motes of light?
How
Or
would you know that?
fragments?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm asking if we know that.
clue.
I think you've been just
No.
sort of coming across them and fighting them by whether by chance or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. If your question is like, were you ever told? No.
I think Nia can figure it out.
I was wondering if we knew that and I was forgetting about it or not.
We had this conversation with Julian actually whether or not a mote counts as an object, and I said no. They're not seekable.
Yeah.
That was not me who asked.
It was me.
Okay. Yeah. So Nia is very useful in her own right, but these are like pieces of fragments of Eliction's emotions and soul. They are a little bit different than objects, and for the sake of plot and just what they are, you're covered in exploration. That's the thing. What is your goal? Is your goal to collect them all, or is your goal to collect a certain amount, and why are you collecting them? Right?
I feel like they're important. I did initially want to collect them all, but then you said that a person can't have more than one, so I'm thinking we should at least get 5.
I don't remember saying that. I can, did I? Maybe it is how that works. I can double check real quick.
I don't remember that, but out of character, you say that the emotes were important. That we need to keep track of them when we found the first or the second.
A creature can absorb up to 3 fragments of suffering. If a creature that carries 3 fragments of tries to absorb a 4th, the temp fails automatically. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So maybe we should try and get them all.
Not sure where you get that information from, but
many there are. I feel like I remember you saying before that we could only have one. Back when we found the 3rd one, and Will and Alexandria already had one. But maybe I'm misremembering.
That we had to pay attention to them because they were going to stay with us. So.
I think what I did say is you try and spread them out, guys. I think I like share the fragments is what I encouraged.
Yeah.
But yeah, whether innately or whatever, you can feel that you can have up to 3 any more than the temp will fail. This is something you would have learned if you would have tried, but I can just tell you now because what difference does it make?
Well, I think
we can also
2 so far, right? Unless did you guys get some the session I missed there?
Maybe.
Julian
Did you miss the session? The one that I got one?
You have whenever you spend a hit dice, you get an extra 1d8 or something.
Everybody look at your features or wherever you keep the motes and actually tell me what you have because I need this for my notes too. Who has a mote and what kind? What is the name of it?
Fragment of Despondence.
Despondence, yeah. Pity for Lorien, and I think Riot has one.
Yeah, attachment. I posted it.
Attachment, yeah. So that makes 3. I think 4th because Mark's character might have picked one up at some point.
No, the maroon.
No?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I don't recall.
See, this is why I wanted it for my notes. Okay, fair enough.
We went to 2 chambers and Maroon 6 had, or at least taken at least one. I thought they got another one.
Right, in lore, Maggie left a little poem saying that she took one and then the other one was taken by that party as well. Yeah.
I feel like they got through.
Well, at least 2.
At least.
Because you investigated a room and you found like footprints matching the parties, so both times you had like evidence it was them and somebody else. Kind of reminds me of the Horcruxes from Harry Potter. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna say, thanks Tom for posting that stuff about the Lux. It was a good read, and I probably will post something later, backstory wise, to reply to Ivan. I apologize that I have not yet.
In session.
I haven't been able to sit down and really think about it.
Yeah.
But definitely, it was definitely good food for thought. So I was just saying, thank you for posting it.
Okay. If you ever play D&D with other dungeon masters or stuff, don't threat to ask them for such information. This is stuff that is really helpful when it's covered in session 0, and that way you can go forward with knowing character background stuff, and it just develops over the adventure rather than at the very end of it. But something is better than nothing.
You and I had discussed it at the beginning when I made my character that she was consecuted.
And do you want to say anything else about that, or just you're gonna think about it, write something else later?
Yeah, no. I just wanted to let Ivan know that I was going to be replying to him, and I'm sorry I haven't done so yet.
Okay. If nothing else to discuss, I'll be picking up from where we last left off with a little intro for us to recap. In a panicked rush, you push through the Netherdeep's waters in a dire attempt to escape a death embraces petrifying tentacles. As you and your party cross the threshold of a door ahead, you tumble out into open air and onto dry, white sand. I'll put us on the map back where we were in the Netherdeep. Right home. You find yourselves within a cavernous chamber of many waterfalls. As they trickle down the walls, the water seems to disappear in a glittery froth as it strikes the floor. Standing in front of the largest of these waterfalls is a blue-skinned figure with glowing red eyes and veins of rubidium on her face, her arms. Folded behind her back is a pair of feathery white wings. As she lifts her scrutinous gaze and casts her judgment glare upon you, you feel this dreadful chill and your vision, it goes dark. For a moment, you're under water, with its weight pressing down, crushing the breath from your lungs, and a dim red light can be seen in the distant abyss. The red light flares, and the roar of a battlefield explodes all around you as you witness a scene through the eyes of another. The sky is dim, and you are surrounded by Calamity's fiendish armies once more. You fight, spear in hand, to defend the ancient city of Khal Marot. The titanic one-eyed colossus Grumsh the Ruiner looms on the horizon, marching in the wake of his army. Desperate to stem this demon tide, you stab your spear through a slavering demon before spinning and slicing through the throat of a man twisted and crazed by the betrayer god's whims. Beneath your boots, red blood mixes with black ichor. You spin and dodge, cutting and stabbing, the sulfur smell of the hells filling the air around you. And you hear your own thoughts. Perigi. You hear the Apothian's voice whisper beneath the shuddering breaths. Where is Perigi? Moving further into the fray, you barely feel a demon rake its claws upon your back, noticing only for the time it takes to deliver a spear strike through its skull. And a thought once more rings through. You must find Perigi. She is your divine-granted companion. If a creature created and blessed by the Moonweaver herself cannot overcome this, what hope is there for the people of the world? Throughout this war, you've witnessed her as she led the defense. Like you, she'll be where the fighting is at its worst. Shield first, you charge forth deeper into the fray and come face to face with a massive bat-winged hoof-peatfiend, an exemplar champion of Asmodeus. It thrashes its flaming whip, bashing your shield and sending you prone onto the ground. It moves to strike you down when suddenly a divine bright light, a blast of radiance, thins the field before you. There, in the heart of the radiance, you see her, Perigi, with moon-bright wings and a shining mace spattered in black ore. She fights fiercely, and she is strong. You know this. In your fight to purge demonic scourge from Exandria, she was there to save your life countless times. But her, this foe, this fiend of fire, stands to challenge even a celestial of the Moonweaver herself. The peat fin lashes out its whip. It coils around the angel's forearm, burning her to flesh, and you can smell it from here. You can feel the heat the creature gives off. You hear Pergy chanting a prayer to the Moonweaver, hear the clang as she deflects a fiery sword strike, and smell burning feathers. The divine light grows brighter, her voice louder. You cry out her name, but the demon delivers another strike. An abyssal flame clashes with divine fire, combining into a massive explosion. And you are blinded. Blinded by this light, by the pain that sears through you. Your ears ring. Moments later, you open your eyes. They clear, blinking away.
What's that +3? That shouldn't be there. That's
You can see her muscles spasm and twitch as her body struggles against the Rudim corruption, but her eyes lock on you, and there's a flicker of humanity in that stare as she considers your words. She simply stands there with an accusatory gesture, with her mace crackling, still in a sort of offensive position, but she seems to consider your words. That is your action. Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
no.
Okay. As she considers your words, she does nothing for the time being. As she's taking time to hear out Julian. Siegfried, what do you wish to do?
You know what? I'm gonna follow suit and back up Julian. I'm gonna run to his side. Boom. And we call out with a persuasion check after.
You will have to
Raise. Sorry?
roleplay it for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's my bad. Put both my hands up. My hand's not on my on my sword. We're here to help Alexian. We're friendly. But up. Oh!
With your human eyes, you gaze into the darkness, trying to spot the figure to which Julian is speaking. And Julian, you turn around behind your shoulder to look at Siegfried, and you see he's talking to like the wall.
Oh no!
I don't think you can even see Perry from where you were at.
Okay.
It's okay. Rough start. It's okay.
She casts her gaze upon your rudium shield and the corruption coursing through it. And you can see anger flaring in those eyes. Again, that is your action to try and persuade. Is there anything that you wish to follow up?
Can I use my bonus action to
Of course.
put my shield down?
To doff it?
Yeah.
You can just drop
Or
it.
would that-
It's a full action to drop it, doff it off you.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I can't do that. Okay, all right. That's it.
That show with the music is not as epic starting out as I thought it was going to be.
We're chill, man.
All right, I'm good.
It's fine. Give Nia the floor then.
Nia goes forward to kind of go and check, seeing that Julian and Siegfried are attempting to talk to the divine being ahead of us. She decides to turn her attention to ride into Alexandria to just like check on them, like, that was a really rough room. You guys okay? Riot, how's the how's the petrification coming down, back down?
That was Julian.
Is Julian? Hang it. Right. She can see that you guys are both still like really exhausted, and she just is coming to check on you guys. As you see, as she's attending to you guys, she's also like, you see her just like really like scratching at her neck. The rash is getting worse.
Listen, Mia. Hear the wings. There's something else in this room. I cannot see it.
I can see there's being with great wings, and I think she appears to have malice towards us at this time, but it looks like Julian and Siegfried are trying to talk to this angel.
Looks like
Mace,
Perigary.
her mace flares a light.
Ooh. Vision. Yeah. That's gonna be Naya's turn. She's going to refrain from confrontation and just check on people.
Right.
That's a different
You
picture.
get an opportunity to act in these first initial seconds.
Right, we'll walk forward 5-10 feet, lean against the wall, and look at Perigary and say, "We're here to fight with Alexian, not against. We're here to help, to do what we can to save him from whatever has befallen him. There are others here that are wishing the opposite. We're not with them. Please lend us your aid in finding him and assisting in helping him free himself from whatever prison he is trapped.
Roll for it.
Charisma or no, persuasion?
Persuasion, which is charisma based.
Natural 1!
You too,
Oh.
with the rudium corruption flowing through your veins. She sees it in you, detects that root of evil within, that same suffering that's afflicted Elixion, that's afflicted her within you. But it's not malice in her eyes, but pity. She considers your words, you're not sure to how much effect. She has been considering them ever since Julian has spoken. But you add to the conversation. Is there anything you wish to do to prepare?
No. Just have his hands to the side, showing that he's no threat.
She sees that you are no threat. I will give the floor.
I'm not as confident on the words of Julian and Riot and Siegfried. I raise my shield to stop her if she comes against Mia. Dodge action, but as a bonus action. No bonus action at the moment. That's it. Forget it. Bonus action. Mia, the bard things. I forgot. Inspiration. Thank you. Bardic inspiration for Mia.
Alrighty then. As the color of the crimson waters grows and thickens and becomes less translucent, it flares red. And then she speaks, remarking coolly in the common tongue with a voice echoing, remarking that anyone who can't defeat her has little hope of beating Elixion in the heart of despair. Therein, here and now, lies your test. Prepare yourselves. And with that, her wings flare open, and a nova of brilliance surrounds her like a shield. You are being tested, Julian. It is your turn.
I guess we are.
Your words bought you a whole turn, which one of you decided to dodge with. That's nice.
Hey, you never know, man.
Yeah.
I will use my bonus action to place my curse on her, Hexblade's curse. And with my action, I'm going to cast darkness on my weapon and then move to here.
You can see through
On
darkness,
the
correct?
People's view. Yes, I can.
While when you and your allies
Excellent.
are obscured by the darkness of it, and Julian disappears out of your sight, Julian, you watch her through the darkness as you usually watch your prey, and you see that she's following you perfectly. Her mace pointed at you in almost a parry. It is as if she's seeing straight through your spell.
Oh no.
That's
Divinely aware of
How
your
large
presence.
is darkness again? 30 feet?
I can put it on a map.
It's 25 foot radius. It's 15 foot radius. How do I give myself auras?
Oh, I can just put it on a map.
Siegfried can't see anything.
Siegfried
Just making sure that they can.
Siegfried should be able to see her now that her mace is a light. She is shedding a light
She's in
source.
darkness, though.
In terms of the area of this, yeah, she's in darkness and she has a light source held in her hand. That's what I said. So we have. Are you guys on squares?
yeah, I see squares.
There we go. Julian, you want it to be like leading?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm out of it. Okay.
Yeah. Because it starts on the edge of a square, you get to decide which edge of a square you want to use.
Actually, I put an aura around myself if that works.
We can't see it.
You guys don't see it.
It doesn't work because the circle does not
Okay.
show which squares are affected. It's all good. I'll handle it. So you cast your hex and your darkness spell as you summon forth the blessing of your heritage.
That is my turn.
Okay. No problem. Being the first to brave her and approach, she will go ahead and alight her angelic weapon. And wings spread, she will fly towards you. The clash blade against mace. I am ruling in secret because she's an original character. Hold on, let me fix that. Hold, always whisper toggle. Advantage toggle. There we go. We have 27 and 16 to hit.
27 hits.
27 hits for a total of 9 bludgeoning damage and 23 radiant.
Ooh,
As the mace collides against a weapon and pushes it towards you, I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay,
So
hold on.
32 damage.
Yep. If you have no resistance to any of those, it would be 31.
Okay. I will use... What is this? Uncanny dodge? Yeah. For 15.
Okay. As combat begins and she tests your might, Siegfried, you're next to follow up on the advance.
Since I can tell that she's not blinded in my darkness, I'll drop concentration on it. Just freely.
Okay. Alright. So, what I do first is I take out my holy scripture and I cast Shield of Faith onto to Nia. Nia, you now have +2 to your AC for the time being.
Ooh. Thank you.
Up to 10 minutes. And for my action, I take a vial of holy water, throw it in the air. I also cast Bless. And I bless Alexandria, right?
How can you cast both of those? They're the most level 1 spells.
I have 2 slots left.
You can't cast them both in the same turn.
You can only cast one spell per turn.
Really?
The spell and one cantrip.
If you cast a bonus action spell on your turn, draw another spell you can cast as a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Spellcasting chapter 10.
Well, this one is the one. Shield of Faith is 1 bonus action, and Bless is 1 action. Is that?
Yeah, so let me repeat that. If you cast any spell that has a bonus action, the only other spell you can cast is a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright. So, I'll hold on to the Bless for now, and I will walk up to, what's your name again? Pedigree? Like Perigee.
Perigee.
Perigee, sorry. Pedigree, like the freaking pet food. Perigee. And for now, I'm
a word that
gonna...
means closest to the moon.
Oh, interesting. For now, I'm gonna just smack her. Pop.
Woo! You manage to actually find a spot to pierce through her natural armor, which seems to have almost like molded with her form and have half corrupted with iridium to fuse with her body. But you manage to find a crack in the armor as you hit her with a 25. Which is rather impressive. Being a divine celestial creature seems to have a resistance to mundane weapons, but your magic weapon does afflict full damage. So that'll be 12, and then can a celestial get poisoned? Apparently yes, she suffers the effects of the poison as well, for a total of 15.
Before Siegfried ends his turn, I just wanted to, just because I have both of those spells, they're both concentration spells.
you won't be able to have both of them active at the same time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, like, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that, and you can pick which one you would rather have, just so you're not wasting a spell slot.
No, I got you. No, thanks. Thanks for the heads up.
Also, assuming you're attacking, you're using action to attack, so you use the bonus action spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's it.
Nice. So finding a crack in her armor, she recoils back, and then she conjures forth a familiar holy flame in her hand. You've seen this before in the hand of Xalakas when you fought in the Battle of Betrayer's Rise, but this one is crimson and corrupted and foul, and as this divine purge conjures, she points her finger upon the scorching now ground beneath your feet, and both you and Julian, your character as well, so that would be Siegfried and Julian, she calls like down a burst of radiant energy in this like 10-foot radius sphere. Make me, each of you, a DC 17 dexterity saving throw, please.
+2 for you on that saving throw. Sure.
It is,
Golly, man, what's with all
it is
these 91s?
17. On a success, you take half, which would be 5 of the radiant damage instead of the 11.
Okay, so I'll take 11.
And as the divine flame scourges through you, it scourges through her flesh as well and begins to heal her, partially her wounds. So you took 11 damage?
I did, yeah, I took 11.
Okay. And then Julian, you succeeded, and because it's the state saving throw, you take no damage because of uncanny, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Or evasion, whichever one of those.
That'll be the end of Siegfried's turn. On to Nia.
Seeing Siegfried's willingness to help everyone and knowing that she's not going to spend a ton of time at the front here, she will bring Sir Siegfried's energy to the field and cast Blast. She's going to cast Blast on Julian, Sir Siegfried, and Alexandria. And she's going to maintain her position. That'll be the end of her turn.
Right, you're on deck.
Alright, it's gonna cast Fairy Fire on just Perigi. I'm just gonna do it on the 20 feet away from them, away from Julian and Siegfried.
Sounds good.
DC is 17.
As you wave your paws in the air and you conjure forth a pixie array of lights that constellate into this constellation of stars, you send it forth and to burst from behind Perigi, washing her in that light. Is it a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. 17.
$21.
I'm going to use a reaction to use Woe. Minus 1d6.
Oh my
Nice.
god, that's clutch.
So she's Fairy Fired.
Nice.
And bonus action, I'm going to switch into Dragon form. And Riot is going to then move to the side 5, 10, 15 over here. And that will be the end of my turn. And I will put icons on.
That'll be Alexandria.
You see Alexandria bring on her side a horn and she blows it.
Nice.
Thank you. And Perigi start feeling how her mates start vibrates and the vibration gets hot. Heat metal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
Spam it.
So roll around. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 when you cast a spell. She takes 2d8 damage. No save, no nothing, eh?
Yeah, but that's not the effect we're looking for. I'm looking for the disadvantage on attack rolls, or she drops the weapon.
Does she take damage? You cause the object to glow red hot. Any Christian physical contact with the object? Yeah, so 2d8?
Yeah, she takes the damage.
4 total. Okay.
I'm using the bonus action. No, it's on the next round. Forget it. That's it by now.
I have felt this burning sensation before, Holy Knight. I have known wars. I've known hellfire. And so will you. Should you fail. So you mustn't fail. Stand and fight. Julian, top of the round once more.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to use my legendary actions. Oops. That's fine.
Move to here and cast Green Flame Blade.
Alright, as you move about her, she will attempt a opportunity strike using her reaction for 16 to strike. As that misses you, you roll it away and strike her for a total of disgusting 23.
I think that's 57.
It's true. So you find a critical spot.
That is my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she conjures forth a crystal formation that coagulates and solidifies into a spike in her hand, and she sends it forth flying. As it flies through the air toward where Alexandra and Wright are standing, it bursts in between them into many shards that powder the air. As this ricocheting shards sort of explode outwards, it's going to be a DC 17 dexterity save from Alexandra and Wright.
Dave.
As it rebounds off the cavern walls.
I pass.
Or half as much damage on a pass. Half of 19 would be 9 psychic damage. At the top of her round, Perigee unleashes a wave of psychic energy in a 60-foot cone before her. Each creature in that area will make me an intelligence saving throw. I'm going to put it in the direction of sort of flying out of the reach of Julian and Siegfried. So both of you, if you have a reaction left, she's going to go ahead and fly in front of the waterfall here and sort of aim this cone downwards.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm about to attack her.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta do a con save. Oh, I automatically passed it.
Yeah, that would hit.
37 damage. Remember,
Oh,
Siegfried, she's fairy fire. Do you have advantage?
Ah. Okay, let me roll this one more time. No.
A 17 does not pierce her angelic-like armor. Made in the celestial planes, it rebounds your weapon. Frustrated, you watch her fly, sort of trailing the starlight in her wake, affected by a right spell. Nonetheless, she releases that psionic psychic blast. What's up?
Siegfried, you also have bless. Add that to your sheet.
Yeah, man. 1d4
Yeah, it
to your attack.
will be good if when other people take their turns. Pay attention, because it might help you in combat.
There.
21.
21.
Can I get everybody to roll me intelligence saving throws once that's resolved?
Oh my god, not again. Okay, I pass.
I'm not in Alex's range.
I passed too.
Not super.
I only have 14. Not 18, unfortunately.
I'm in
Those of you who
Alex's
succeed only takes 10 psychic damage.
I
Oh,
am
it's DC 17? I failed.
Because Alexander, your range is only 10 feet, right?
Yeah, only 10.
And just a
As a psionic wave of energy concusses you. You're stunned if you fail.
Is she flying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Nia, use my inspiration.
Okay.
I am, as you guys are resolving that, I'm looking up how high the chamber is. She's 30 feet in the air. 30.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Also make
Wait, Nia. Sorry, you have parting inspiration.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What tall's the cavern?
I think if I have to fight
She's
now,
at the top of the cavern, 30 feet.
and I can't. It won't save me on the second one.
It gives you advantage or a reroll, so it's okay.
To give me advantage on that? Okay. Well, okay, so that's on the first one. So the 10 is on the first one because I have advantage. No, Bardic Inspiration doesn't give you advantage.
It gives you a bonus of 1d6 or something.
I
Yeah.
gave her my inspiration. That's.
Oh, you mean not your Bardic Inspiration, your DM
Bardic
Inspiration.
Yeah. I can't. It's only a 1d6, so it won't save me. The save is 17, so I don't want to waste it on the second one. I should have used it on the first one. Too late now. Damage taken.
Do you wanna roll concentration check though? And maybe
Yeah,
you'll need it
that's
there.
fair. So I need to do that. So I took 20 damage, so it's 20 so it's 20,
DC 10. It's still the same.
still 10.
Is that for what was it, con?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
Is it like half damage? I can never remember the formula for concentration saves.
It's half the damage, minimum of 10.
Good then. We're good.
So it only ever goes above 10 if you take 22 damage at once.
The reason why I haven't rolled 2 con saves is I automatically pass them with a 10. Dragon. Any roll considered 9 or less, automatically it's a 10 plus my.
Yeah, if you don't want to roll it, you don't have to. It's fine. Doesn't make sense to roll it. Yeah. If that's all resolved, then those of you who are stunned have icons over your tokens. Otherwise, it's Siegfried's turn.
Hey, so she's 30 feet in the air. This. Whoa, hold on, my bad. That cliff is that.
It's wall.
How high is this? How high is this cliff right here?
It's all the way up to the ceiling, which is 30 feet above. It's wall.
Sweet.
Not so much a cliff, but like, you know.
I won't be able to freaking like kind of.
You want to climb
that wall, eh? Yeah.
Because you don't have climbing speed. Anytime you want to climb, you can do so, but it'll be half your movement. Like every foot of movement is 2 feet cost.
Gotcha. So probably just up to here. And for the action, okay, it's only half movement speed. Seeing as this lady's a freaking problem. What, channel divinity? Sacred weapon, this bitch. Well.
You want to flavor it?
Yeah.
With words?
Yeah. No, I channel divinity. Cast sacred weapon onto my weapon. And now my weapon shines bright light. And
2020.
yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it.
Nia, go ahead with your turn as I'm applying light to your weapon. Siegfried.
Mia gets to basically roll to be unstunned. Yay. Intelligence. Fuck. Still stunned. I'm not
It's
gonna
this
waste
again.
inspiration on that shit. That's the end of Mia's turn. She's still stunned.
If you struggle now, you have no chance when it comes to saving Lixian. You'll need to be prepared. Riot.
Riot, standing where he. Oh shoot! I just want to make sure. Yeah, 120 feet. Riot, standing where he was, saying, "Aren't you a problem being up there in the air?" And he's going to flex his paws out, and on each fingertip you'll see kind of a shining star. he'll clench his fist, punch the wall to the right, and along the wall you see like a starlight pattern jump along all the
Trace
way
along
across the
Kick
wall,
ass. I like that.
all the way up to the ceiling, and then 40-foot cubed above Perigee, all the rock in the ceiling starts to loosen and change from rock to mud and fall down from above her.
Nice.
Casting Transmute Rock.
Oh, rock to mud. Non-magic rock of any sort that can become in equal volume of thick flowing mud that remains for spell's duration. The ground. What about ceiling?
Or ceiling. Any creature under the mud when it falls must make a dex saving throw.
Thanks.
Or
I was
take
looking for that.
4d8.
There you go.
I'm on it. Dex.
It's a saving throw. It's not really magic though, because it's mud falling, I would think. Oh, it fails anyways.
Let's agree that it is magic and it is a saving throw. Yes.
Magic resistance generally applies to all spells.
Okay.
Right.
48.
Uh-huh.
I'm just seeing if I actually had Transmute Rock in my spell abilities, and I don't, so I'll just roll 48. 48. Takes 19 damage.
Bludgeoning.
Uh,
And bludgeoning damage on a fail save or half as much on a success. Okay. Just AoE flow of mud that weighs her down. Okay, 19 damage.
And I'm assuming the rock wall here would crumble a little bit too. And Raya is then going to... Yeah, he's going to go 20 feet into the air. And he's going to move on an angle to...
Just like a landslide. 40 feet cube is humongous.
Yeah, Raya's going to move there 20 feet up in the air.
Is it difficult terrain or anything of that sort?
He's restrained by the mud.
Restrained by the mud.
Thanks.
No,
You
that's...
can use an action to pull yourself out.
Sorry, just you gave me a whole big paragraph, so I'm trying to find it.
Sorry, it's the Transmute Rock to...
4 feet of movement. Each foot that a creature moves through the mud costs 4 feet of movement.
Must
It's
make
on a
strength
failed save, a
throw.
creature sinks into the mud and is restrained, though it can use an action to end a restraint condition on itself by pulling itself free of the mud.
Question, so is she on the ground
Nice. Yeah. You weight her down. She's no longer flying. She crashes down onto the ground, taking falling damage of 3d6. That's why I was reading that, to see what happens.
then? Okay.
An additional 16 damage from the fall, and she's restrained in the mud.
Well, that worked
And
out well.
it says non-magical rock of any sort.
Big.
Yeah, it says non-magical.
Is the rock around us magical?
Oh, no, it's more the spell.
You guys are handling stuff that's on mine. It's all good. Right spell worked. We can resolve that. So she's restrained and on the ground.
And all right, we'll say is flying is unfair.
Mm.
And both you and Siegfried are flying.
Well, no, Siegfried's climbing the wall, right?
Yeah, I'm climbing up the wall. I might have to freaking. Yeah.
Rise 20 feet up. I don't know how to write that.
Fair. You won't find fair. Not in this prison. She looks upon you, focusing her gaze on you, Riot. Make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, it's disadvantage too.
How high are you?
Natural one.
Natural one. You gain an additional level of Iridium corruption, an additional level of exhaustion.
Oh no.
It means I take a d8 damage.
Ally within range of what? It doesn't say melee. It doesn't say melee or ranged. I'm gonna say it's melee, just because of for sake of fairness. Unless you want to flavor it, unless you want to hear your friends. Hey, I'll take away opportunities for you.
No, it's I have disadvantage due to the fact that I'm not close to somebody.
But that is going to be her legendary action for that round, as we have Alexandria take her turn.
Okay, bonus action. She's gonna feel the heat on the mace increasing. Gonna
2d8.
Yeah, 2d8. And she has to do a Constitution saving throw or drop the weapon.
Okay. Constitution. Way to not target her. Strengths.
Constitution 16. She pass.
18. Barely.
She only have disadvantage on attacks, but she's restrained at the moment, so it doesn't matter.
You're still. You can see that she's bearing the pain.
And yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw a javelin from here, aiming through her chest. Why not?
Range of javelins is 60 feet, right?
Yes,
cool.
With disadvantage, but it's a straight roll. 12.
12 does not pierce her celestial armor.
That's it for me.
Okay.
It sticks in the mud.
Why do you have?
Gotta say it like that.
Let's go. Not restrained.
Not
stunned
restrained.
anymore.
Nice.
Alright. That's my turn.
You're strong, but that's not gonna be enough. She lifts her eyes, and there's pain, and there's sorrow, and some guilt. Julian, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
Don't forget your. I think it's +2 for secret aura.
Aura protection.
Oh,
Let's go.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There you go.
You might survive just yet. After so many years, you might succeed where I failed. You can see at this point she's worn down. She'll keep fighting until the last drop of the fight is wrenched from her. But you're doing her in. That was her turn. Start after Julian, so let's do... Is it an action? Get out of restraint. Oh, that's ass. Fair enough. She's gonna use a bonus action to channel whole celestial might and cure yourself from... Oh, it does not cure restraint. Well, that makes sense. Well, we cure restraint. It's a healing touch. She's gonna recover 24 hit points with a healing touch.
Jeez.
She's using healing. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna go ahead and try and recharge Psychic Blast. 5 or 6. Ugh. She's gonna use an action to try and get out of restraint. That's what she's gonna do with her action then. What's the DC for restrainment?
It would be my DC of 17.
There's no DC.
She has disadvantage on that DC.
What do you mean there's no DC?
Assuming it would be my DC.
Well, what does the spell
Doesn't
say?
actually have one.
I'm gonna look it up.
17.
I'm gonna familiar with that.
17 is a spell save.
Okay. Strength.
Yeah, she's restrained, so she has disadvantage on
Yeah.
saves.
And I'm going to
21?
use a reaction to use Cosmic Omen.
I also gonna use a reaction and take a D8 of that.
Okay, sure. Riot first.
Oh, never mind. If he's doing it, I won't, because it's not that much that would need to be going down.
Your team. Use your actions as you have them. Oh, so who's using what?
She would. Yeah, he already used his, and she would fail.
8. 13 total. Okay, she's still restrained. Okay, end of her turn, it's gonna be 6 feet floor. You're still climbing up 15 feet above the red river of Crimson Waters. What do you do on your turn 6 feet? With your champagne sword of flame?
So I'm gonna skill up to here. If I'm here, would I be in range of her?
Sure. I'm gonna say
Alright,
you've climbed down to now the slick, wet rock at the bottom of this sort of waterfall because she's on ground. You're on somewhat unstable ground, but you're able to strike her where she is.
Okay, sweet. So
You have advantage on your attacks because of fairy fire and other conditions.
I'm gonna do like some pretty sweet dynamic slide down the rock, jump into and try to attack her. 29. I'm not
29
gonna bother
piercings.
adding the other bonuses. And I'll do that. And I'm gonna do another attack again.
Wait.
Does
Gonna-
you-
Secret.
That's
You
a
have bless.
21. Yeah, 21 because of the plus. Wait, no. 21 because.
Secret. You're champion, right?
Yeah, why?
Because you roll a 19.
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
Remind me to
what?
show you yet another thing that you have to do on your sheet. I can show you how to do critical thresholds. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Because otherwise I'll forget later.
You know what? You're fucking.
Check this
True,
out.
true,
So, Mark, on your sheet,
Yeah.
under attacks, I'm going to open your Venomous Keen Katana, whatever the fuck. Okay?
Yeah.
Wadashi. And see where it
Yeah.
says...
Where's the crit range?
It should be next to it.
Crit range. See where it says 20? I'm going to change that to 19.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
And yeah, you're just going to do that with all your weapons on your when it's not your turn.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. So go ahead and roll more damage dice for both the slashing and the poison. Nice.
Does that work?
Yeah, and then we have a 19 plus your bonuses from your champion sword charisma bonus, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. For a total of, that's a big whack, 12, 3, 12, 5, 13, 5.
25.
Damn. 2 strikes for
Big
50 damage.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm
It's your-
just getting started.
It's your call.
Yeah.
This is only a Super Saiyan 2.
I'm ready to get out of freaking done. Thank you, Alexander, for coming back for me. That'll help a lot.
He's about to go even further beyond.
It's to go even.
Do you want to spy on this?
No. I'll save it. I only have one more. freaking
Fair
slot
enough.
on my-
So you're giving Nia the floor?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, opening her up for a follow-up attack, Nia. Oh.
A null fight.
He's like,
6. Ever 6. Why waste it? But then I could. I'm just gonna do
It's okay, moving right along.
Inspiration.
Just do it.
6. Do it. 5 or 6. Yeah.
Golly.
That's done.
And it's a D8. But that's great. It works.
Yeah, it works. I'll allow it. Rerolls, gets a 1. No, I'll allow it. It's fine.
Aw.
Imagine.
Oh, man.
Or did it change when you leveled up or something? And I just didn't read
Yes.
the bottom?
They change when I level up.
Okay.
Given
Doesn't
right,
matter. Got the
right the floor is.
I'm up.
Mhm.
That's my action. And as a bonus action, still have that.
You roll the save at the end of your turn.
Oh, is that how that works? Damn.
Yeah, otherwise it will have no value. Let me. I could check it does
Nia
16.
will-
Yeah.
Can I still move though?
No, because the save happens at the very end of your turn. Nothing else
Alright.
happens after it. Yeah. Otherwise, this and your spells who have a similar effect would have no value if you can do other things if you save. That's kind of how confusion works, and I really hated that.
No worries. Next turn.
Alright, attack on time. Take a fucking chill pill. Riot on the advance.
Riot, essentially, Julian will be able to see, and everybody else will see that Riot just all of a sudden like slunches over while flying, and very weakly will fly 10 feet down on an angle to get in front of Perigree and say, "We didn't want to fight you to begin with, but since you left us no choice, Riot will flex out his claws they're growing and acid starts leaking out of it, the end of his tips, as well as his canine fangs, and he'll use primal savagery and do a cross slash across her chest.
Talk your talk.
Primal savagery. 32 to hit. No, 28 to hit. Sorry, I'm no longer near. What do we call it?
But you're mere me.
Alexander. Yeah.
You deal.
So +2.
Yeah,
so I get
2.
30 to hit.
30.
13 acid damage.
Did
13.
Aura include the attack rolls? I thought it was
Yeah,
just on saves.
Yeah, it's only saves.
Oh,
No,
yeah. Save,
So,
sorry. Here.
28.
Oops.
Yeah, 28 with 13 to hit, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. How do you want to do this without perfect lethal?
Oh shit, that's perfect lethal?
Yeah.
What?
As Ryan comes down, he says, I didn't want to do this, and we'll just do a cross slash through her chest and just look at her with sadness as he slices his claws deep into her chest, severing her armor and pulling out the celestial blood, flinging it on either side of him, across the wall and perhaps across Siegfried's armor.
In your primal rage, you aim to wound, to rend, to hurt, but do you aim to kill?
Aim to wound.
With that
killer.
final laceration, the mace drops out of her hand, and she raises a hand. Enough. You've shown me much merit. I see now. There is hope yet. My aim, if you would forgive me, was to save you, spare you from a fate worse than death. For should you venture beyond, too weak to face the challenges, you will never return. But no longer shall I stand the gatekeeper. Perhaps you will succeed where I failed. Find him. Save him. With a sigh, no longer bound to the Netherdeep, the Deva returns to the Moonweaver's side. You can see as she begins to fade away, the traces of Iridium melt away from her form as she assumes her celestial spirit self. And finally, with you taking her place in this search for Elixion, for his salvation, she is free to return home. And having spared her, she does just that.
Before she would leave, Riot would say, thank her for her gift of the stars.
Nice. As you've convinced her of your good intentions, perhaps this will help you in your fight. In fights to come, and in your final go. Something has changed about the dungeon. As we wrap up combat, those of you who need a break can take it. As a door opens to the north, and we can discuss where we're going from here.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
This is a waterfall going down into this chamber, yeah?
Huh? Yes.
I think Mia wants to access the top. I was gonna ask, is the mace there or the mace disappeared with Pergy?
The mace disappeared with Pergy.
I would be like, we should check the waterfall to make sure there's no hidden entrances behind it.
Freaking, I'm picking up what you're putting down, so I will do that. I reach my hand and try to push my hand through the waterfall. Tom, is there anything there?
You don't feel a wall. Your hand continues onwards through the opaque waters.
Oh, there's no rock.
And I kind of look back and I signal. There's no wall. And I just kind of go ahead in first to check.
Before we go that way, she said like there was something here that could help us.
And I go back out.
You just take a quick wash and shower.
yeah.
Be like, get a nice red shower, get a nice red tint everywhere.
God, must be getting the worst trench foot in that clad armor
Yeah,
of yours.
yeah.
Just always wet, always chafing for hours.
Need to get that athlete's foot checked out after.
These are the cabins of Yearning, and you are entering the chamber beyond. Who is in the lead?
In this moment,
Guess
Alexandria.
Alexandra, roll me a d10.
Sure. 10.
Everybody group up. I'll group you up.
Oh god. What is happening?
Fireball.
Oh god.
What you see ahead of 20 feet. What you see ahead of you is you see your destination, and have you ever had those dreams where like you're walking down a corridor, and the more you walk, the more distant your destination starts to appear, and it's like a never-ending hall, and your steps almost feel like you're moonwalking backwards. That's what you're experiencing as the whole entire hallway just shifts and elongates, and trying to reach the end of it, you're swallowed in darkness.
Oh god.
I'm going with 10 was not great. What's happening?
Give me a second here. I just need to
She lied.
reorient ourselves. Okay. In the darkness, you experience another one of those fleeting visions. This little piece of the Apotheon. Trying to open the... There it is. These little flickers of memory of the Apotheon. Where were we? I'm just looking to see how many you guys already witnessed and how far along we are. The light that you just saw becomes less blue and more warm, dim. You're in a tavern where the weary warrior listens to a bard's song. Don't kiss underneath the red moon, nor promise yourself to sweet eyes to leave for another one's home too soon, or string up your heart in their lies. The weary warrior pays no attention to the song, or tries to, as he takes his drink, leaves, despite the early hour. The memories shift once more. The warrior stands at the door of a ruined house and peers inside at huddled, frightened families. They draw back when they see him, but he simply pulls off his cloak and drapes it over a shivering youth. Go to the city, he rasps. It is a bastion of hope. Before you're able to experience more of these visions, they escape your clutch. And you as a group return elsewhere. Yeah, Julian, Sir Siegfried, Alexandria.
So much for a waterfall chamber.
And Riot. I believe it's all of us. Yes. Something weird has happened. You find yourself transposed elsewhere. Web-like strands of bright radium cling to the walls of this otherwise empty underwater grotto. A dim red light appears above your heads, each of you, and takes the form of a crown with jagged spikes.
Where are we?
There's supposed to be some kind of vision in this chamber because it's just all kind of gray.
This is all black for me.
Yeah, black for me too. It's we're missing like light sources.
Yeah, like, what are your light sources, guys?
The gem, blind sight.
My lantern.
1 second. I thought the token saved, but apparently don't. Gem is dimmed to 10 feet, 10 feet. Lantern out, and out of your sword and shield is away. is also going to be 10 feet, 10 feet.
The globe is also not out. Not out.
10 feet, 10 feet. So just copy and pasted your tokens from before. That's fine. Anybody else with light sources out?
Given the corrupted state of the drift globe, we haven't been really using it much. Plus, it's not as controllable as the jewel and the lantern, so
Why?
using it.
Was it not as controllable?
How much it emits. It's a pretty bright globe.
It's up to you whether or not you want to use it. Otherwise, the chamber is as I described it.
Would you guys like me to bring out the drift globe? It's pretty bright. I think we've been trying to be a little sneakier than that.
It's okay on the light we have for me. But I try to touch the crown above my head. Is it physical?
Is it above our heads? I thought it was like above us, like
He wrote it
in the
chat.
water.
Our heads.
Okay, I get everybody, as you're trying to reach for it, you feel a ping as a psionic, like, mental force takes over. You can have everybody make a wisdom saving throw.
Where are we? I went AFK.
You're right here, right?
I said be right back.
Ah, yeah, they say that.
It's fine. In a time,
we were teleported.
in the literally 5 seconds you were away, something weird has happened and the party has found themselves transposed into another place.
Okay.
It just happened. It wasn't anything that Riot did. Not this time.
No, whatever was said, I completely missed. My headphones cut out.
Anyway, what I was saying is when the crowns appear first as you're reaching for it, go ahead and roll me that wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against a charm effect?
No.
No.
Julian, you can also
well,
use Alexandra's or hers is +4.
Well, actually, because I'm reading this as we're going along, it is against the charm effect.
Ooh, okay. Hang on.
You get +4 because I'm close to.
Nice.
21.
Did anybody fail 19?
Has it been more than a minute since our battle with Perigi?
Not really. You just sort of like booked north.
Awesome. So, Julian, Siegfried, and Alexandra, you still have Bless. But
Okay. Mark have to step away for a second, but
You guys know you can just track exhaustion on your actual sheets, right? There's an exhaustion tracker that you guys can use, and it tells you what.
When you unloaded our buttons, it took all of our things away.
Not what I said. So I repeat myself. On your actual sheets, on your character sheets, there is a exhaustion tracker you can use that tells you what a level of exhaustion does, and you can just, like any other resource, just use arrows to up and down it.
No, I am. I'm just letting other people know that my character's exhausted.
Sure.
Yeah, I have that. Same there. And I do have it listed, so I know I have disadvantage on ability check, and if I get to level 2, I have half speed.
So
Alexandria.
we're just gonna go ahead without Mark for now because he had an emergency and had to go. So no fails.
No fails.
I guess you guys don't want to experience the plot. That's fine.
No, we just watch.
I'll use your reaction to force someone to fail.
That silvery barbs.
I'm just reading. Just give me a moment.
This room is. Okay.
Boring. Okay. Fine. You succeed. Does anybody willingly fail? I don't know. Like, you go to reach for the crown, and it is immaterial, Ivan. It's not like made of iron or anything. It's just a magical effect, a visual magical effect.
I'm curious. I allow the crown to force his power over me. I open the mind.
Okay, thank you. You receive inspiration first and foremost for future saves. You go ahead and use that if you haven't used it already. Just because I appreciate that. You're charmed.
Okay.
While charmed by the crown, your character rather, experiences a vision of wonderful futures in which you genuinely believe you have achieved your goals, whatever they may be. Really think about those goals. You've won happiness and found paradise. In effect, the crown shows you the sort of happy ending that perhaps Elixir wishes he had experienced. I would ask you to describe to me, Ivan, your character's idea of a perfect happiness. Perhaps your character falls in love with Ankarel and becomes a person of influence in the city, or perhaps the character imagines returning to Jigao or wherever else, right? Because he didn't start in Jigao, and like raising a family or whatever. And if you're having trouble, contemplating some of these prompts that I have here before me, what would make your character happy? What does your character imagine spending the best years of her life? Whom does your character Alexandria imagine spending the rest of her life with? Because these are the sort of thoughts and visions going through your mind right now.
It brings me back to the time I was in the town and my future was red. And the devil say that I will meet the princess of the Dwendal Empire. Alexandria see herself there.
The devil?
With the princess in the empire. Being a person of influence on the future of whatever the country is supposed to be shaping into. Of course, Siegfried has been forgiven for what he did. She spent her life on being a person reliable for the politics and the peace of the land.
And that is the genuine happy end that after all these years you wish to strive for?
Yes, peace.
Okay.
That's
So as you focus on inner peace, and and those images rush through your head, the rest of you see a vacant stare in Elixion's eyes as while your crowns fade from your heads, lest you let their influence in, she begins to make her way northward of this tunnel. In a steady, non-hurried, almost trance-like march. What do you guys do?
Gonna grab her wrist, be like, "Hey, Alexandria, where you going? We're still figuring things out."
You are charmed and incapacitated.
Okay, but you feel like the arm tried to yank out of your reach. Keep going.
Hang on, wait, talk to us.
Can you do me an athletic?
Can you do that while you're incapacitated, though? That's the thing.
I mean, if I'm walking, why not? I think.
No, I know. I'm making exceptions with the walking thing, because that's my thing, but otherwise you're incapacitated, right? Actions, reactions are not in your repertoire.
I'm gonna stand in front of her. And, can I see that she has, a vacant look in her eye or something?
Yes. You know why you can see that? Because I just described. Yes, you can see.
I'm gonna use my telepathy on her, and also include everybody else and then say, "Alexandria, you there? Can you? Are you still there?"
I'm gonna yes, and on top of that, make it a little bit fun. You get a glimpse of those visions too. It's not so much as a, detect thoughts spell, but for the big fist of glimmers, the crown allows you to glimpse those mentioned memories. Visions of Rexentrum, of Alexandra meeting the royal line, becoming a national hero, of returning to her homeland. Briefest of instances.
For any reason, Tom, where I'm going, does it feel like I'll achieve it if I reach there?
A what? Achieve it?
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
it feels like a pool. Yeah.
Yeah, like she will attempt to swim above you.
Hold up.
Go.
Where are you going?
She's muted.
Yeah. While incapacitated in this way, the character is also charmed. It does nothing except make their way to mentioned area by the most direct route.
I'm gonna try and grapple her.
You succeed. She's incapacitated. Like,
Oh, okay. Stop. Where are you going?
There's
Oh, no,
Is
go ahead.
anyone able to deal with charms? I asked, looking at Riot.
Riot just shrugs and shakes his head.
Let me see what I got here.
Best way to deal with a charm is to do a little bit of damage to snap them out of it.
I don't have any greater restoration left to be able to bring her out of this. But you looked at her thoughts. You looked at her thoughts. It sounds like someone's trying to lead her somewhere. We don't necessarily have to break her out of it now. We could follow her.
Maybe. Before we follow her, I'm gonna quickly move to over here. Gonna use the Wand of Secrets, see if there's anything in this room.
cool. Roll me a d10.
Oh, Tom Riot has his lantern on him, by the way. He's not in complete darkness.
Cool. Lantern is 20/20, so that'll be 10/10 in the Netherdeep. Let me apply that to your token. It is what it is. Players cannot control light. Can't wait till they update that. That would be cool. You should be able to have a light source on you now. Julian, roll me a... I'll roll it in secret, actually, because you're not privy to this information. 1 second. Rolling.
I won't tell.
Rolling. So as you... Do you have any light sources with you, or you just, like, drow sneaking into the darkness to sort of scout ahead?
I can see in darkness, double sight.
Cool. So as you go ahead and you like make it around the corner to just sort of see what's around the corner. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you make it around the corner, you see there's a set of stairs leading down this intersection to a T intersection, and a familiar, like, this is familiar. You've actually, I think you've been here before, and you see the hands, and out of the walls they come and they pull you in and they swallow you. And you're swallowed in the darkness.
What?
And you end up elsewhere.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me roll this.
Let me roll what?
I'm seeing how long my telepathy lasts for.
Yeah, okay. Oh!
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Are you good?
I'm sorry, my son.
Oh no.
Oh.
Is he petrified for any reason?
Julian, you end up elsewhere.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
Alright, so
Just had to.
and then the rest of the part sorry, I'm just gonna focus myself on the rest of the party and you can scroll down yourself, whatever. I'll be flipping it between two split parties now, I guess.
Okay.
You guys keep rolling 10s. So it's been
guys,
like,
I don't like what I'm seeing.
yeah, it's been a couple of. I'll get back to you, Julian. I can narrate where you're at while I'm looking at the party, but
Yeah.
it's been a couple like minutes since you've all last seen Julian while you're dealing with Alexandria. Should have been back from scouting by now, just sort of vanished in darkness, and he hasn't come back.
Oh boy.
Let's make it harder for the end. Let me go, so we split in 3 parties.
I was hoping to just find a hidden room. Real quick, before we left the area.
Well, I mean, technically you did find another room.
I'm not in
In one way or another. Oh,
Or
I can't even...
am I?
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Alright, so what's the deal here? Do we follow Alexandria? Let her lead us?
Ooh, I have good news, Julian. I'm a merciful god. It's limited to where you are.
Ooh, good news.
Yeah, 1 second. You're transposed. Transposed. Elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. I was like, that's brutal module. That's sick. That's... Just, I isolate one player like halfway across the dungeon, yeah? That makes sense. No, it's only within the caverns of Yearning. Sorry about that, guys. It's back and forth.
am I still within a mile of them?
Yes.
I believe that's the range.
You still sense the connection of your... It's just one moment you were in one room, the next you were grabbed by the hands, pulled into their embrace before you could react, and thrown elsewhere. It was weird. You're not even sure if it was real or just your mind playing tricks on you, but now you seem to have arrived at this room somehow. Can't recall how.
I'll telepathically talk to him. Hey guys, I was following the pull from the wand. I thought I found a hidden room, but instead I seemingly got teleported elsewhere, but I know where I am. I can catch up if
How can you catch up? You
Um,
don't know where we are.
I know where I am. I can get over to you guys again, but it's probably gonna take a few minutes. If you want to hold on to Alexandra the entire time, or follow her, and I'll catch up, I guess.
If we're gonna take some time to wait for Julian to come back, are you guys good if Nia ritual casts augury about a decision to let Alexandra go and to follow her? You guys good with that if we're waiting for Julian to come back?
Yeah, I'm down. So,
Riot would go with Julian. If he's going off on a little adventure, Riot would follow.
We're supposed to be waiting for him. The idea is that we're staying put and waiting for Julian to make his way back to us.
Is there a reason?
He was transported away? That's what he just said.
Yeah,
sorry.
I got teleported.
My headset
Oh.
went dead.
And he got teleported away. And so he asked us to wait for him so he could find his way back to us.
Okay.
So if we're going to be waiting for him, I was asking Sister Free to Riot if they were going to, while we were waiting, she took the time to ritual cast augury about following Alexandria to her charmer.
Sure. Riot will just begin a short rest while he waits.
yeah.
Not really a short rest, but
Well, we don't know how long he's gone.
No, it's not gonna take me that long to get back. I'm gonna...
It didn't take you an hour to get back to us?
No way. I'm not that far away. I'm gonna...
Make me a survival
I'm
check.
like 2 rooms away, actually.
Make me a survival check.
But I remember. Okay.
Survival check. Golly.
Okay. So, if we're all good with that, Julian's gonna find his way here, and in the meantime, while we're waiting in this
17.
chamber,
Yeah, that's pretty something.
Nia is going to ritual cast augury throwing on the ground her beautiful little bone stick, or they're not bone, they're marked sticks. And the action that she is concentrating upon is releasing, ungrappling Alexandria and allowing her and following her, where her charm would lead her.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Good result. Yeah. So, looks. She would share that with Ride and Siegfried. Like, when Julian gets back, it looks like we have some good results. That it should be good.
All the while, just Siegfried grappling like Alexandria while she's in the stupor. Ivan, you don't get to play in combat. You don't get to play in roleplay. I'm sorry, capacity you are. Jokes aside, and Julian,
Oh, hey guys, I was that's closer than I thought I was.
You went that way, but you came out from that way. How was that?
I teleported to the graveyard that we saw the Maroon 6 that we saw the footprints of the Maroon 6 in, where they got that other fragment. This way north leads back to where the Death's Embrace is.
Oh.
So if we were to pull up the map, because of your survival check, it's pretty high there. And if we were to look around at where we are, you guys have made your way all the way from this chamber over here.
Oh.
And have revealed, I'm going to reveal sections that you've been in. Reveal areas. Polygon reveal. No, continue roleplaying. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing.
Have we figured out a way to break Alexandria's charm?
No, we haven't found a way to break her charm, but I did take the time to cast my augury sticks about releasing her and following her, and I got wheel, so should be good.
In that case, I ungrapple her.
Okay.
We are ready to follow.
Yeah, as soon as you do, you see her swimming away.
Mm-hmm.
I shall follow nearby.
Fair enough.
Within arm's reach.
So as you watch her step northward up the tunnel from where you are in this direction, you realize just by, adventures being adventurous, you have ventured all the way from here to here. And Julian, somehow you end up from here, you end up here.
Mm-hmm.
By sound compulsion, something is transporting you to and through. As you guys venture onwards and follow Alexandria up the tunnel, all goes dark once more for a brief moment as the claustrophobic surroundings entrap you once more in that apotheonic lore glimpse of memory. The night air is so thick with the metallic smell of blood that the warrior can sense the massacre before he sees it. He crests a hill and stares out over a city in southern Marquette, trembling with a mixture of anticipation and dread as the light of the moon rudis bathes bodies in red. And then, just as brief as it occurred, the memory shifts out of view, and you return to the hallway to the north, following Alexandria's wake. You end up in that graveyard-like field over yonder. You guys can just proceed up north up the tunnel if you want. Julian, for the sake of brevity, just because things occurred at the same time, you did detect a secret door here. I'm gonna put it on a map. It's a tunnel that leads upwards. If you were to briefly look into it, but that's about it. Like over here, interconnected passages. Yeah. Those of you who venture, yeah, sorry, sure, what?
I'll just make note of the area and follow them for now because we can't control Alexandria.
Of course, Alexandria. As soon as you enter the graveyard, your charm effect ends, and you see yourself standing before a gravestone, engraved with your name. Your happy end. Quote unquote.
See that her eyes turn red. A lot of emotions are going through her head. But she looks at the grave. She smash it or cross the name with the sword.
You do that? Otherwise, jutting out of the sandy floor of his grotto are a dozen other seaweed-choked gravestones. Most of the stones are engraved with names of people you know or knew from your life. And your names, each of you, in the party. You've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandria, are you okay?
No, I don't understand why he showed me something so good to bring me to this end. What he hopes for us, for me.
I don't think that's what it was.
I don't know, but we should move before it happens again.
Everyone's okay. I'm ready to keep exploring. I found something. The passageway below while we were following you.
That's good, because if we go back up this way from this graveyard, that's where the giant jellyfish was. And I think we should avoid the jellyfish as much as we can, because I don't have any way of reversing petrification anymore. Without I'm getting to the end of my rope, and I don't have the resources right now. I need to rest. So we should be cautious around them.
Shall we head back to the waterfall and do some sort of short rest before we go through the
I'm not
that
sure
passage?
how we're supposed to get back to the waterfall exactly.
The waterfall is past the death embraces, where it's gonna be dangerous to pass them.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
hang on.
just back down here.
There's a hidden passage to the south of us. There might be another fragment.
Sure. I'm good to see. We already know what's up this way, and like I said, I think we should avoid those creatures as much as we can for now. So I'm good to explore Julian's new path that he found.
Okay.
I'm assuming with right at the tail of the group and Siegfried leading the charge. Siegfried, roll me a d10, please.
Oh, I was gonna drown out the fish and the jellyfish with controlled water. Just suffocate them to clear the path for us to go back to the waterfall.
Do we not want to have to at least check out the path that Julian found?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess we can always come back to it. But
The more you linger in your indecision within the chasms of yearning, you can feel the Apotheon's presence manifest. It manifests oddly. Weird events taking shape all around you, like a raw desire. The desire to be seen, to be understood by others, the desire to rest, and a desire to be among heroes who know the meaning of sacrifice. And you can't help but shake the feeling like you're being trailed. And should any of you dare look behind you, you swear out of the corner of your eye you saw a humanoid form made out of sand drift on by behind you before disappearing back into the shadows. Siegfried, as you turn the corner... Yeah, for it.
Oh, continue?
No, you continue.
The hidden path is right here, behind this wall. Siegfried, can you break through here?
Right here? Where you are? Oh.
Up here.
Alright. I try to break through.
I will give you guidance.
Given time, you break through the wall.
Oh. There's a way. Let's go.
That up or down?
Up.
Up.
Onwards.
Another memory flickers into vision as you tread on. As your vision blurs in between where you are and the past. Standing in front of a mirror, the warrior considers the toll the calamity has taken on him. The scars, the exhaustion etched into his features, all the result of the endless clash between faith and fear. He clasps the jewel of 3 prayers, now complete with the addition of the blessing of Corlon the Archheart. 3 divine mantles, he whispers. Let us be free of this duty. It is at that point you reach the end of the winding hallway. Which would be like over here. You can proceed to the end, it won't bite, I promise.
What was that?
I'm free. The water here churns and boils as you find yourself back in the vents of fury.
Is this the same place we pulled the sword out of?
Correct.
Oh, we're back here.
So should we go back to the waterfall? Riot said that he could drown the fishy for us.
Yeah.
The jellyfish.
Yeah, let's go back to the waterfall.
Sounds
it's not
good.
a boat, unfortunately.
Unless anybody has any other ideas, I'm gonna go ahead and expedite this. Riot, go ahead and cast a spell. That works 100%. And I'm gonna go ahead and just fast forward us a little bit. You're back. You're here.
Waterfall.
Sweet.
And
Just like that.
yeah, we're gonna avoid that whole encounter if you're gonna use a spell. Yeah.
Yeah, Riot's gonna use a spell, and Riot then moves up towards the path that opened up to sit on the bench.
Sounds good. What's here? What is here?
Where's Alexandria?
What is Alexandria?
Did you forget her, Tom?
No.
I think you erased me.
You should get better at not getting erased. You have a source of light? No. Why does your token have so many things on it?
I don't know, it's an old token. My new one only have none.
Well, I'm gonna give you light and you figure out the token emblems, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought I
The
copied it.
madness.
It's okay. What is this shaper? Let's see. The air smells fresh here. Waterfalls tumble down the walls of this moonlit grotto, the water disappearing when it touches the soft soil that covers the floor. The area is filled with jungle foliage, and water droplets sort of roll off the leaves onto fragrant tropical flowers. This here's a place of rest, of respite. A beam of silvery moonlight shines down on a curved alabaster bench facing the west wall, and carved into the west wall is a frieze depicting a young girl with wavy strands of light for limbs, accompanied by a pack of wolves. The girl's sculpted hands protrude from the wall and are held out in a cupped position.
Is there any words or anything there?
You see an inscription.
Written on?
You see an inscription carved into the bench. It reads, in common, "Sit here and reflect on the Moonweaver."
I'll put the jewel on the hands of the girl.
There it rests. It glistens in the moonlight, but waiting for something happened. Just a sweet silence and rest of waterfalls trickling down.
Is there water in her hand?
Just whatever droplets sort of develop there from the mist of the waterfall.
Riot will pull out his little gem crystal he has ever since he became a druid, and since there's a little bit of light coming from his lantern, he'd place it in the hands next to the jewel, and the whole room will have kind of constellations and starlight dancing across the ceiling and the walls, as the ambiance of the Moonweaver Saheen encompasses everybody with the starlight. And Riot will pull out his flute and start playing a very soft melody.
You do that. Do you guys wish to take a rest here?
Naya looks over to Alex and is like, the girl has her hands out as if either in prayer or as if perhaps we're meant to place something. Do you want to try and placing the jewel there?
I'll do as Nia suggests.
I thought you already did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay.
I thought that was the first thing that you did when you entered the storm, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought like maybe nobody heard me and I was good.
No, I heard you.
Not
So
sure.
did I.
Sit here and reflect.
These riddles.
Stupid
the
goddamn
water fresh
riddles.
water?
Punches the bench. You're like,
Relieve me from this senseless chatter.
flips bench over.
This is
With
like
Riot
a
on
perfect
it.
shape for a tiny head.
Riot's currently reflecting the Saheen's hand in helping him follow the new path of when he became a druid, and being in the druid groove with all the starlight surrounding the entire area, thinking back about her guidance and influence and his change of life.
Alexandra is taking a different approach. She is using the blade she has, and she put it under the moonlight that is falling on the bench, and trying to adjust the direction, she tried to reflect the light into the face of the statue.
You aim it at the face, and you see there's something in the air in front of the fist. Oh, almost like dust in the air, or like a shimmer. But it's not sourced near the face, and as you angle your sword just a little bit down, near the cupped hands. That's where the source, this beacon of light, seems to be emanated from. And then you shine your sword to reflect the moonlight onto the cupped hands. There's a mote of light there, hidden by some sort of an illusion, only revealed by the moonlight.
Oh my gosh, reflect on the Moonweaver. It was more literal.
Yeah, it was literal. Yeah. But as it appeared, Alexandra approached to grab it. If nobody does.
Just Alexandra will grab it?
Well, Alexandra, if you are positioning your sword to illuminate the spot, Naya can go grab it for you if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. You touch it.
Wherever claims this mote, this fragment, you feel it like air, immaterial, but you clasp it in your grasp, and like a wisp of light, it dissipates and absorbs into your hand, into your body, into your very being. This here is a fragment of deception. As you're carrying this fragment of deception, you gain the following benefits and drawbacks. You're aware of both. Nia, you can go ahead and add the fragment of deception to your sheet. It grants you the benefit of when you take damage, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You remain invisible until the start of your next turn or until you make a damage or a spell sort of roll. The drawback is you have disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Oh, that sucks.
That's pretty cool.
Her wisdom is good. Well,
Well,
that's
it
not
makes
the way
sense
it's
for
good,
you to have
because
it then.
Her wisdom is good.
Yeah, people with wisdom, high wisdom, probably should have that because it's
Yeah.
just a disadvantage on their best stat.
Well, even on a natural one, she gets 10 on a wisdom save.
Yep.
Donk.
Works.
Is this fresh water?
Yes.
Oh, finally. After
Yeah,
so long swimming in this salt water, I'm gonna drink from it.
When I see Julian drink that, I get like a sudden rush of like my mouth just becomes parched. Oh, forget how long we've been in here. Oh.
I'll follow. I'll do the same.
You guys can rest here if you wish.
You should probably take a
Let's
long
take a long
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
That seems like the perfect place for Tiny Hut.
Little campfire action. I miss Riot's cooking.
Question.
Yeah. If we can get some cooked food, there's air in here. It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah, this place
Yes,
is freaking
but
legit.
is there an area where air will filter out so we don't actually create a toxic environment with my cooking?
Where's the moonlight coming from? I'm pretty sure there's a little opening.
Guys, I hate being this person.
Oh no. No.
No, let's take the long rest. Yeah, I forget it. I was gonna suggest something else, but
You know what? What did you have in mind,
I'm
Alexander?
that the Maroon 6 didn't come through this way because Parody was in their way, but now she's not. So maybe we should check the waterfall first.
We could. There's nothing stopping us from coming back to this. This is a good place to rest, but I actually kind of agree with Alexandria.
Whoever stays watch should stay watch by the waterfall. We're not that far, but
No,
I
we
know
aren't.
that I need to rest because I'm extremely exhausted.
Okay. So like when you're on post, you're on post like here. Or like here. So you can see if
like
anything
that.
is going through this room.
Yep.
Works.
Well, you see, like she prepares the tiny hut. She lives like an area, so the water of the Moonweaver can pass through, and you can refresh yourself if you want.
Do you want to flavor the spell in any sort of way? Give it color?
Yeah, you see the dome is a simple dome. Inside there is like some banners, red colors. It has an owl, some of them black owl. It has some small bedrolls on the floor, and a small source of fire in the middle.
And the reason why that spell has that is because your party took the time to set those things up, because that's one of I meant, like, do you want to flavor what it looks like from the outside as well? More like what I meant, like?
Okay.
Like if you're camouflaging yourself or anything, or if it's just like a orb of iridium, you know?
Because if I can make it...
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be iridium. It will be like a giant boulder trying to block like
the entrance?
This part of the area.
So for anybody who's like on watch outside the hall, you look back and you see like a dead end.
Yeah.
No light passes through it, nothing. Just solid wall, which is perfect.
Nice.
This here is campfire time.
Is there like a rock wall behind the waterfall?
It's more like tricklings down the wall from... You can tell this is a grotto, meaning it's like an air bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Above you is a cavern ceiling. Beyond it is probably an abyss of water.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever makes this water fresh, whatever filters in this moonlight, these are all like illusions of divinity or some other magic that is no point in comprehending it. Right now it's just granted to you. Take the blessings where you get them, right? But no, there's nothing beyond these walls, from what you can tell.
I don't know.
I'm just making sure it's a solid wall. I'm gonna sit underneath this crickle and just lean back against the wall. I'm gonna just enjoy the enjoy the fresh water during.
Have you ever been to like a spa where they have like the waterfall going to the pool, and it goes like on your back, and you're like, you just sit there for half an hour, like, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah, it feels great.
Before anyone takes any naps, was there any items that you wanted Nia to identify during this long rest?
The Ruidium Greatsword.
Sure.
Oh, also, I do have a jade dagger that I couldn't figure out what it did a few times I tried to use it.
It is expensive, mundane.
Okay.
Yeah, it has some ritualistic purpose, perhaps, or whatever flavor you can give it, but detect magic spell does not reveal any magical properties to it. The Ruidium Greatsword, however, it reveals much potential. It has no trigger word, but it does have a ravenous hunger. Blood. The best kind of hunger.
Ooh. Let me see this.
Ooh.
You can channel part of your essence to make the sword more powerful. At the cost of your own constitution.
Oh my gosh, that's so powerful.
Hey, somebody who can use greatswords should probably use this.
Yeah.
It's limited.
Mr. Greatsword. The only thing that was Greatsword is a two-handed weapon.
You can use hit die for damage. Those are D10s for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But they're also hit dice.
Yeah.
That way they can't heal with them either later. Short rest.
I mean,
fantastic if you have a cleric with healing abilities.
I mean, save them for your smites. Those are some real powerful D10s.
Yeah.
It's a sexy sword, but I think Siegfried and I like our shields too much.
Yeah. Being a paladin, I'm more of a shield guy.
You inspect the sword close, and you can see carved into the hilt is Grog's sword. Just like,
Grog sword. Jeez.
blood drinker.
Man,
I love blood drinkers.
If I could sneak attack with it, I'd use it.
Alas. Can you imagine a rogue build with great swords? Final Fantasy.
Insane.
Well, technically, you're a warlock. You can use it. You're a Hexblade warlock. You could actually wield this.
I can I can use it. I
But it's
would
not
have
finesse.
proficiency with it, but I wouldn't get sneak attack with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because it's not finesse
You
weapon.
have to use a finesse weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
For the sake of
Yeah, Nia with her 1 strength is not the best choice for this weapon either.
Oh yeah. I also have -1 strength.
Well, Ania and Rai don't have proficiency with this weapon.
You know what? I'll
It's
just
okay.
Yeah,
keep-
well,
I'll just
yeah,
keep
that's
it on my
right. Well,
person.
it's a simple weapon, isn't it? Technically,
No, it's not. It's
It's a martial.
Martial.
oh, it's
Yeah,
martial.
so
Okay, yeah,
it's a
no,
great
can't
sword.
use it really. Well, you know,
It's definitely more of an Alexandria or a Siegfried weapon, I believe.
Yeah.
So either one of you guys can hold on to that if you want.
What are you using right now, Alexandria, as a weapon?
Longsword.
Longsword.
The
Yes,
one with the hilt
The
of
wolf
the wolf.
sword.
Oh yeah, the wolf sword. Yes, yeah. That's right.
I mean, isn't the poison blade a longsword, greatsword? Because it's so massive.
No, it's some sort of like. Wait, the one that I'm using right now?
Yeah, like the one we got from Sizzle Set. Isn't it
Yeah,
massive?
the venom. Let me see what it is here. Let me pull it up.
A
real
long
quick. No,
sword.
it's a long sword.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a long sword. You know, I can just keep it on my persons, and then whenever I go to Super Saiyan 3, I'll just whip it out.
It does require attunement, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
To get the abilities, it requires attunement.
Okay, no problem. I can just attune to it during the long rest.
Do you have a free attunement slot?
Oh, we need. Psych. I lied.
You're using the sword, the rudium shield. What else are you attuned to?
Focus protection.
Yeah.
You know, I'll attune to it.
There you go.
Why not?
Boom.
Like, solve.
It's so powerful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, more the merrier.
Imagine
Shit.
critting with it and then just spending like 3 hit die to use that smite ability for 6d10 extra damage. Oh my god.
I think it's a hit die on.
Our
Look
hit
at a
die
lot of
damage
this
dice.
effort.
You can use hit die, and whatever you rolled, you can add a damage on top, but they're not damage dice. I'm gonna say, because then you're really milking this.
It's
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, it's only 2 weeks.
You know what? Fuck it. It's a crit. I'll allow it. Yeah. Well, how often do crits happen?
It's
That's
a
fine.
crit.
It's a crit. Yeah. Fuck it. It's fun.
Okay.
It's end game. Might as well give you guys very powerful shit, and it's another deal after all. This sword has been seeping here for a long time.
Just thirsty blood.
Bloodthirsty. It has a drop of blood, guys.
Nice.
Fair enough. This is campfire time. For the sake of watches, if anybody wants to volunteer, go ahead. But I'm gonna say that, because you guys are so well camouflaged in such a peaceful place, so secluded from any danger because you've just cleared everything behind you guys, there are no encounters for this long rest. But if you want to roleplay before time passes enough for all of you guys to achieve rest, go for it. Otherwise, I'm ready to continue when you guys are.
I have a question because I just realized with this whole conversation about simple versus martial weapons, as a bard, Nia had proficiency with a rapier, not martial weapons, specifically a rapier. So and she still has her rapier, but as a cleric, she wouldn't technically have any proficiencies with it. So did she get to keep her proficiency with the rapier, or did she lose it when she became a cleric?
You would lose it.
Lose
if
it?
You switch class.
Okay, just wanted to double check. Thank you.
I mean, what you can say, your spiritual weapon is your rapier.
So you still have it.
So do I still have it? Yes, no.
No.
No, you
I mean,
don't
you still have the item, just not proficiency.
Yeah,
I still have
exactly.
my okay.
Yeah.
I just used my proficiency on my rapier. I still have it. I can still use it.
Yeah.
I just lose my +4 proficiency.
I mean, should you use a rapier in the first place is questionable, but that's sort of me telling you what's ideal, sort of thing. Because you have like cantrips that are so much more powerful than trying to hit
Well,
somebody
as you
for.
might very, very rarely actually use weapons. Even though Naya has quite a few weapons. She has what, one?
They just like
five.
seldom any reason for a cleric to use weapons unless you're like ward domain or something that's more martial. Like a knowledge cleric has access to such powerful spells and cantrips, especially melee ones, that if you're using a weapon, you're sort of nerfing yourself. But hey, it's a role-playing game. If you want to role-play it, yeah.
Yeah. If Julian, because Naya still has 2 daggers. If you need an extra one, just or if anyone wants a silver rapier, since Naya's not particularly good at using it.
I'll take extra daggers. Why not?
You can have Tickles back.
Said the dude who can conjure daggers out of thin air.
Gave us?
Yeah.
That's like a set of like 5 daggers that we found, and you gave us each one.
No, Zeno gave us one.
That was Zeno.
Oh, is that okay? Well,
I mean, yeah, you guys found a whole bunch of daggers named funny names in a cave when you rescued that one drow. This was like session 10 or some shit.
I'll take 5 daggers. Yeah.
you want here? Naya gives Julian Tickles.
Ryan's holding on to Gleam.
Well, Tickles and the regular dagger that she has, they have all the same stats, so. Or do you want the here? I'll hold on to Tickles. You can have the regular dagger that she has. She doesn't need 2.
Eccles.
Oh, you only had 2? Okay.
I only have 2. Yeah.
Party proceeds to talk about, here, have my daggers for the next half an hour, dealing with a dude who can conjure daggers out of like thin air. Like,
yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to do during your long rest?
Naya's mostly going to be recovering from exhaustion after she identified the sword. We didn't have to identify the dagger, if I understand correctly. It's just a regular sword.
It's Monday. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Naya's going to be concentrating on recovering from exhaustion. If you see her occasionally, as she kind of like shifts in her sleep, she like reaches up to her neck and like scratches the growing rash on the back of her neck.
Yeah, Riot's rash is now from his hand all the way up to his shoulder and across his back shoulder blade on his right side. And you guys would see that even into his claws, there's a bit of a reddish ruidium vein as he's taking the last fish that he had and slicing it with his claws and making sashimi for everybody for dinner.
Jeez.
Is Riot a level 2 or 3?
Riot has the 2nd level of ruidium corruption.
Okay. So not so.
Siegfried, you're not corrupted, right?
Nah, I've been able to save.
So Riot and Nier at
Let's on my save.
2, and Alex and Julian are at 1.
I don't have any.
You don't have any
I've been
either?
avoiding it somehow. Yeah. Even though I use ruidium items more than anyone else in the party. I've
You
been
have high
avoiding it.
charisma.
But you have high charisma, so.
You both have only 1 plus 1.
Decent.
And
Yeah.
I have disadvantage on all charisma saves.
I think the entire time I was using Galceriad's dagger, I never even triggered the ruidium corruption. And then the first time he used it, after getting it back, he corrupted himself.
No, he's gonna sleep, and then when she recovers at a level of exhaustion, she'll take it's a 1d8, right?
1d10.
10. Okay.
Is anybody going to stay and watch in case see if the Maroon 6 goes by?
I'll stay up. And just watch.
The only thing you see Alexandria doing while her her short rest, her long rest is, you see like she looks for the veins of radium, and you see light coming off her fingers. She's attempting to subdue the symptoms with lay of hands, with no success.
If there be no further interactions between the party during this campfire time, we can move right along to the end of the long rest. As Julian, in his meditation, keeps one eye open for any movement outside. As I said, long rest is rather peaceful, uninterrupted. Those of you who recover from exhaustion, reduce it by 1, take 1d10 psychic damage from if you have radium corruption. Other than that, reset your sheets post long rest. And where would you like to go from here?
We are going back to the waterfall that we didn't fully explore.
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys get another piece of Apothian lore with a long rest. That's nice. Would you like to hear it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your sleep, slumber, or meditation, you dream a memory. A warrior stands atop a temple beneath the towering form of one-eyed titan. You've seen this before, as if intending to test his human-sized spear against the betrayer god's massive weapon. I am cloaked moonlight, he whispers, a light with silvery aura. My heart is steeled by deep magic, and a brilliant green source of arcane suffused silver of the aura. The demigod faces down Grumsh's apocalyptic spear, and armed with the power to change fate. Golden light flares just before the god's spear thrusts downwards, and all goes dark. And thus you rise. There's a change in the air. The otherwise serene air and fragrance of flowers and peace that was in this chamber has dwindled, darkened. The fronds and vegetative growth has turned grey. The water has grown still and stagnant. And you get a sense that this chance at rest is all you're gonna get.
Can
Yes.
Naya would like to reset some of her spells, and it's 8:30, so it's kind of like one of those, like, do we let Ryan and I have 5 to 10 minutes to reset our spells, or if we come across an encounter, do we deal with them next time, kind of thing. It's one of those fun ones.
You choose.
Besides, in the morning as they wake, Rai would take 10 minutes and cast water breathing in ritual spell. He would just sit in the water of the Moonweaver as he casts it.
Do you want to change any spells, Nia?
I would like to change some spells.
How many spells are you changing? Like a lot of them, or?
You.
I'll take
I mean-
wisdom.
Do you already know what spells you want, or are you planning to look through the entire list?
I have a very curated list already to the side. It's just I need to look at them for a minute.
Okay.
Like, we can definitely move forward if you're okay, of Nia being kind. I'll still be listening, but I'll be kind of on the quiet side. If you guys okay with that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah, as you move forward, I'm just double checking spells, but that's fine.
Do you know how to add +5 to your initiative, Ivan?
Not really. Every time I put like plus
Don't.
Oh yeah, I know. I know how to do it.
Don't do it in the actual field. Like, don't change numbers manually. You go to the cogwheel, right? And there's a special.
I know where it is. It's just
initiative
I
modifier.
try to do it with a dice.
No, it's just +5.
Let's give it a test. Yeah, initiative 7. That's good.
Cool.
But if we are all ready, assuming that Nia is also with her spells, like checking her book, we do it. We go down the rocks back to the grotto.
Sailing up the slick cliff side of the waterfall, you may proceed up to the platform, following the glow of your lights. The chamber head.
How tall is this? Oh, sorry, continue.
Like 30 feet. 3 stories. 3-story climb.
I will climb it easily.
How tall is this rock that I'm standing on?
It's above the water, maybe a foot above the water.
Oh, only a foot. Okay, I still feel tall.
You just see Riot with his claws climb up like easily and look down at everybody else, being like, "You having trouble?"
No, of course not. Nope, no problems at all.
You want to roll me athletics check?
I'm so curious to see if he can.
Mr. I have -1 to my athletics.
I got this.
Roll. 13.
You manage. It takes you a bit, but you manage.
That's 18 for.
No problems at all.
Was
But I tell you,
it Mulan or another Disney cartoon where they were like climbing against a waterfall? I don't remember.
They were climbing up that tree. With
With the weights, but it was another cartoon where they actually have like somebody climbing up against water or some shit. It's insane.
Yeah, for Brave. She's awesome.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
no problem.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched that.
Okay. The chamber head bends 90 degrees and sort of ascends upwards on a slant toward this gravelly, what you would think is a dead end, but as you approach it, you can see it's almost like a ledge, 10 feet high, that you can just jump and, or like alley-ope yourself using the help of your allies. Yeah.
Is this a wall?
No, it's as it describes it. What is?
You can't see it past it though.
Yeah, it's a wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, alley-oop over it.
Yeah. I'll be frank with you guys. So, according to the module, there's a chamber beyond this. I've read it. It's boring as fuck. There's nothing there. So I don't want to waste your time. There's no plot.
Okay.
There's no plot. It's just a waste of time. So I was like, I don't want to even waste session time on it.
Right, we'll climb
Okay,
up this
never
ladder.
mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we're gonna pretend like this is just like a 90-degree bend onto almost like a shortcut here and a ledge into a chamber beyond. Riot and Sir Siegfried, almost like Gelsariad, in the lead. You enter. Ooh, what a place to almost end session at. Oh, actually, no, we have time. Awesome. This is. I like this place. It's creepy.
There's a bunch of skeletons everywhere.
Yeah, I'll describe it in just a second.
Someone peeking over there in the corner. Yeah.
As you find
Julian
yourself
pushes ahead of everybody.
as you find yourself back in the heated underwater caverns of the rageful vents of fury, this pit is devoid of thermal vents. The floor is strewn with indeed humanoid skeletons clad in like rusty armor, as well as the bones of other creatures. Right, you actually recognize one of those creatures because you've seen this animal before. Some of them are moorbounders and other animals among the humans, almost like a scattered battlefield. Tendrils of iridium weave along and throughout this battlefield like ivy, and a shining spear stands upright in the center of the room, its shaft emerging from a pile of like bones and rusting weapons. I actually have a really cool handout for this place. It's one of my favorite pictures of this module.
Are we still in air, by the way?
No, you're underwater. You're swimming. That's why you cast water breathing and all that. There it is. Found it. I love this picture. It's so fucking creepy.
Yeah. Away.
Spear.
Oh, something that either Naya or I can use quite easily.
Let's care for
How high is the ceiling?
move forward just in case.
What are you trying to do? Like, I don't know, 30
I just
feet.
am curious.
30 feet. It's a
Okay.
pretty big chamber.
Riot's gonna swim 15 feet up and then slowly move into the room. Just swimming slowly to see if anything reacts.
Okay. If anything,
Passively looking around, moving towards the spear.
The dead do not seem to stir. Skeletons throughout of warriors, sort of similar to the ones you saw who died during the calamity. The bones are mixed with bones of giants, mastodons, moorbounders. These bones lie still upon this battlefield. A carnage, as you witnessed in the Election's memories.
Riot's going to inspect the spear.
How?
Does it look like Riot's going to get down and swim just get down to its level, look from the top all the way down the shaft to where the spear impales into the skulls, see if there's any ruins, glyphs on it, and see if there's any light reflection from it, like it might be a spear that Elixion once held in the visions that Riot had seen.
Roll me a investigation with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Investigation. Not the best, but I'll give myself guidance.
While he's investigating them, I cast Divine Sense just in case these
And
bodies
a
are
D4.
undead.
Divine Sense allows you the comforting thought of knowing that you are not surrounded by the undead presence of stirring animated bones. These dead are not even completely real, if that makes sense. They're almost like a manifestation of a memory.
Interesting. So we can't touch it?
They're physical. What I mean is they're not undead. I'm just gonna say they're not undead. Like, sorry, I made it overcomplicated. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can touch them. They're real
Oh,
bones.
yes.
Sorry, I made it like overcomplicated for no reason. With the bonus for your investigation there, the spears indeed sticking out of a pile of bones is a replica of Elixion spears you've seen. That's why I give you advantage. On top of that, you investigated for any runes or anything of the like. There's no signs of rust, decay, or ruidium corruption. Unlike other weapons found throughout the chamber and in this pile, and sort of giving you more with a 20 there. As you look about the area, you notice a dark recess in the north. Just checking here, northeast wall. So I'm guessing this recess, and you can see something shining through the darkness. It's sort of reflecting the light off your light sources.
Riot is going to place his hand on the spear and say, Sahin, with your guidance, may the blade come free. And he will try taking the spear and pulling it straight up.
King Arthur, that shit.
A loud growl reverberates throughout the cavern, and as the sound fades, a soft, melodic voice says, "You shouldn't have done that." The voice comes from somewhere nearby, from a translucent, pale blue figure of a child who appears to have materialized out of nowhere. Floating next to him is a slender sculpture of a man carved out of ruidium and bearing a solemn expression. I have a picture for this too. Right, you have a spear in your hand. I'm just deleting description because I think it's a little bit spoilery. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna post it without the description. There we go. You see this manifest nearby, along with a small boy, a specter of some sort.
Have we ever seen Alexian as a kid?
Young adult.
Sam was a teenager.
You've seen him as a teenager, resembling sort of the Ruidim statue before you. It is not out of question that the apparition before you might be Elysian as a child. But, however, what he says is this. You shouldn't have done that. I'm Theo Nathope. He points toward the Rudium Golem. This is Elysian the Hunter. It has come to destroy you. But I won't do anything as long as you're with me. But we must go now. Do you want to save the Apothian and end this nightmare?
We do.
And for those of you who like taking notes, I am Theo Nathope.
I'm here playing. I forgot what's the name. When you change the order of letters to make new words. But no.
You're too clever for this game.
Anagram.
I was thinking the same thing.
Thank you.
Do I seriously not have... Guys, this module does not have a token for Theo. I'll have to make one. Unbelievable.
Rye will also call out to Siegfried or to Julian saying, go over to this area. There, I saw something shiny and shimmering.
I'll swim over.
Just ignoring child. Come with me.
No,
Let's go now.
Rye's paying attention. Rye's paying attention.
This lost child.
We'll come with you, Theo. Hang on a second.
Like, hold there.
He just sort of like glances toward the various skeletons in the room, just like, okay.
Rye will turn towards Theo.
It really bothers me. I don't have a token for him, so I'm gonna make one in 2 seconds. Order. Speed Photoshop, go. Sorry, it's very important for me that he has a token.
Okay.
Stupid
Take your
module,
time.
like
Okay.
being like, no, he doesn't need one.
Where is the kid, sorry? In which direction you say?
Well, I don't have a token for him. So that's why I'm making one for him right now. That's what I'm saying. Like this.
Get with
It
the program.
yeah. It's just like no, he doesn't need one. I'm like yeah, he does. Kidding me? It's Theo, man.
Yeah.
My favorite NPC, Theo. You'll see why. And I'm just gonna crop that shit. Gonna make him a little bit smaller than you guys because he's a child. And save that shit. PNG. Theo. Sorry about the delay, guys. I was just really like having tokens for my NPCs. Didn't realize you guys are gonna make it this far. Good pace.
What is this?
Tell the people in Reddit about it.
Well,
Really, where are you anyway?
he's in an alcove inspecting a skeleton. It is... What is it? A human skeleton in rusted chain mail. Tendrils of ruidium coil around the remains. The skeleton has what looks to be like a ruidium short sword clenched in its bony hand. There we go. Speed Photoshop.
Is this guy actually large? I thought he was a little boy.
He's a little boy. Fine, I'll make him tiny, but then you won't be able to see him.
Huge.
Fine. Duh.
There you go. Oh boy.
Iridium short sword. I'm not interested in using that, but I'll communicate to everyone else. Like, there's a iridium short sword there if anyone wants to use it.
I can use those
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
well, I believe.
that's
If you want to
simple.
grab it for her.
That's a simple weapon.
Maya doesn't really have any reason to pick up a weapon.
I'll bring it with me. I'll
A
pick
wise
it
man
up.
once said, "Better to have it and not need it, than to
True.
need it and not have it."
Hence
Can
why
you
it's
tell
right
whether
with
or
the
not,
spear.
besides the ruidium, can you tell if it's magical at all, Julian?
Well, the iridium will make it magical.
Same as the spear that we now have too.
Boy, you guys are really grabby hands, aren't you?
That's how you survive.
Hmm? Yeah, they thought so too. He again looks about the various skeletons in the room.
Oh, well.
Where? Theo, where now?
Come with me. I have something to show you. He glides through the water as an apparition should, moving at your pace. Keep up. And sort of moving southward. Sometimes he passes through solid walls, only appear through them.
Keep left behind, Riot, man. Keep up.
Shh.
Right here.
Quiet now.
Use it. Keep up. Oh, keep up.
Quiet.
Is
It's watching.
Whisper, whisper.
Floating 20 feet above the floor of the chamber ahead of you guys. In the middle of this chamber, rotating sort of slowly on a slightly tilted axis, is a radium sphere, pockmarked with crater-like indentations. The moon-like sphere is gargantuan, perhaps some 50 feet in diameter, and two giant sharks, their mouths and skin encrusted in radium, swim around the moon's equator in opposite directions. Thermal vents in the floor heat the grotto and bathe the lower hemisphere of this moon in red light. Ruidus was the one enemy Alexian could never face, yet the one he hated the most. He warns you against attacking the sharks and tells you not to wake the red moon by touching it, moving too quickly through this grotto, or casting spells. With him here, leading you somewhere, what would you like to do?
Yeah.
Thank you, Theo.
I'll do as he say and swim forward, seeing if the sharks don't do anything.
How fast do you swim?
Theo,
We want to go
Half.
slowly.
Speed, so 15 or 10. Let's say 10.
Okay.
Do you
So
still have 2 levels of exhaustion?
No, he'd have
Yeah.
one.
no, he's just stuffing because
Hang on.
Theo told him. Yeah, what's up?
Theo, you can pass through these walls and stuff. It seems. Are there any fragments around here that you could point us to?
That's where we're going. That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
trying to show you. A little piece of him that might help. But first, shh. And he disappears into the wall. Just like back first.
Ooh. Stealth room?
Riot is gonna look at everybody, be like, "Would you rather me like to cast the spells pass without a trace?"
Didn't he say not to cast spells? That
We can go
maybe
back
they
slightly. We can go past back slightly, and I can cast it. And it
They
just
could
becomes-
sense magic. I'll say,
Okay.
do as he say, and just go slow and quiet.
Slow and stealth.
All right, roll stealth.
Roll stealth.
Well, hang on. He just went through the wall. How do we follow him?
First of all, we're not ghosts.
Well, yeah, we gotta break through it somehow without making
No.
too much noise.
I I do the guinea pig and swim a little forward.
Did you turn the wall into mud?
No, I can't.
Oh wait, never mind. He's over there. Just
Can you see him?
yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Where is he?
We can follow him.
Okay, quiet. No spells, no attacks, no touching. Okay.
Oof. Alrighty then. This is gonna be
Oh no.
Cass.
I'm gonna save the
Theo.
day with my stealth roll.
7 for me actually, because I don't have advantage.
Yeah.
30. And Nia picking up some
Watching
slack. Let's go.
Yeet.
The sharks. Do they look like they are smelling the water? Or, I don't know, what sharks do to
In
them?
an almost hypnotic-like movement, or as if charmed by the moon itself, they seem like stellar objects rotating in opposite directions around moon. As you enter the chamber, several eyes open from the crater to look about as the moon awakens and turns its eyes towards Sir Siegfried, toward Riot. As these dozens of large bloodshot eyes open on the face of the moon and gaze in all directions, several things happen. A door in the room opens. Over here. The sharks come to life and attack.
Golly.
Each creature inside the chamber, when the eyes open, must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw against the curse of the red moon's glare.
Guys, I don't think we wanna fail this one, so
I'm guessing this curse is not a charm.
Wisdom save.
I don't have any advantage for wisdom.
25.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this. 16.
Well,
Hey.
29 because I'm close enough to Alexandria.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Anybody below 15?
Oh my god. I'm gonna use my inspiration as well.
I believe in you, Julian.
Let's go. Got it.
Everybody pass.
Alexandra, you rolled the what? 16?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, I use my inspiration.
Nice. The moon's eyes come open and remain open, watching you as you enter. And as it does so, I'll have everybody roll initiative as two sharks come to life and attack.
Oh my gosh.
Not stealthy enough, clearly.
Oh boy, I love this initiative.
I don't like going first. I don't like Claire going first.
You know what? It's fine. I'm getting the bad rolls out the way now.
What are you talking about? Bad rolls. This is my second natural one on initiative.
3 out of 5 natural ones. Like,
Did the potion of vigilance work, Ivan?
Yes, it works.
Nice.
Plus 7.
Oh God, why are all my rolls terrible tonight?
Hey, they're attacking us. Should we run or can they be killed?
Well, we have defeated creatures like this before.
Thea's not going to tell you what to do.
I'm wondering if I'm wondering if they're like immortal or something while they're guarding the
You have a good
Ludus.
point. Yeah, I will say swim away, but that's my take.
but should we just try to make our way through this room and get to the other side like we did with the squid? Or should we actually stand and fight? What do you guys
I think we just get out.
Dance a chase.
Didn't know
Let's see if we
casting
can do it.
spells, so I can't control water.
Alexandra, as
Right,
you
also-
find yourself in the presence of the nearest shark, a psychic maelstrom surrounds you. Go ahead and roll me a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Who?
Alexandria.
Excellent, okay.
As a psionic maelstrom surrounds you as the shark opens its maw and almost a dozen screams, discordant and off pitch. That's a natural 1 for
Not
10.
one.
You take 3 psychic damage as the shark then targets you We're just gonna go ahead and make its rules not secret. There we go. It's gonna go ahead and swim, charging towards you.
Remember, he warned us not to cast spells in front of the moon, so we should probably just get out of here.
I mean, it's already awoken. 29 to hit against Alexandria for 28 piercing damage.
Jeez.
Yes.
And a DC 17 charisma saving throw from the rudest bite.
Are you sure? No, you are not. 21.
Does that actually give Iridium Corruption or just Exhaustion? It doesn't say.
1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Then we have Nia.
Nia.
See what new spells you have in store for us.
I didn't take that very many new spells. Quite a few are old spells. Nia is going to. Looks like I can't see more of this room. Nia is going to take out her drift globe. Drifty Globey, come here. Where did it's not a thing anymore. I can't take it out. It used to be a thing like my spiritual sword where I could take it out, but it's not there anymore. What's that?
Alexandria. Where is the other shark?
Drift globe, yeah. And then did I take it off my sheet? Why did I take it off my sheet?
Because Siegfried is holding it, but I mean, everybody can control the orb.
Cool. So with that, Nia's going to move the orb. Ready? You. And she's still within. She's still within 60 feet of it. Therefore, she will say the words, which, if I remember correctly, were something like.
You just say daylight.
Yeah, let's just go with daylight. And I cast daylight. Illuminate said room.
Okay. Are you gonna help me out? Give me a range at least, or?
Daylight, I believe, is 60 feet.
Essentially, is the whole room.
It's okay. I will take care of the spell. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
There you go. That's daylight. And then. I'll make sure I'm reading this properly. Sorry, I haven't used the drift globe in a while.
Do you want to figure it out and
Yeah,
give
it's
Alexandria the
100.
opportunity to take her turn while you're figuring out your turn?
No,
You have to reset the initiative order because there's another shark that's at 20. Oh wait, never mind.
it
That
already
already
attacked.
went.
It attacked. He did it. Yeah, and then with that, now that she can see across the whole room, because we're just getting, our goal is to make it across the room, we might as well see where we're going. Um, she will. Does that count? That counted it as her action, right? To use the daylight spell on the drip club.
I will open the item and read it, I suppose.
Say whether that counts as an action.
As an action, yeah.
Alright, cool. That was her action. So Nia is going to. We're trying to get over here. Is this maybe this group? Yes, this is where we're aiming for. This is where Theo was pointing at.
A door opened in that direction, yes.
Okay.
We don't know where Theo's leading us. We're just guessing.
Nia sees Theo across the room now that she is illuminated with the drip glove, and it goes, Theo, is that the door? Is this where we're going?
In the chaos of battle, you can't make out what Theo is doing, or he's not going to give you any input during combat. What would you like to do on your turn?
Well, she's illuminated the room.
Mm-hmm.
That was a spell, and nothing really happened so far. So, that counts as a leveled spell. That counted as an action. No, that's it for Nia's turn.
Ivan.
As it's having me by the side of the ribs and the plate, I lower my shield to try to stun him. An athletics, please, stun. Disadvantage for me.
Sure thing.
18.
The corrupted giant shark rules an athletic rule of 4 plus modifiers for 10.
I hit him really hard in the nose and in the eye. And as he's falling prone, I use my sword to attack him. 19 to hit. Advantage, sorry. Not 20? No, not 20. 15.
I thought you were using the great sword. Are you still attuned to the longsword?
I'm attuned to both swords. So, I'm gonna smite it.
Sounds good.
tell them that there's a key in the chest, the moat in the hands. You guys want to run over here?
Grab it!
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Riot's next turn will be grabbing the next moat and the key.
A wisp of light travels behind your back and out of your corner of your eyes as you see Theo sort of reapparate as the apparition he is around the corner to over yonder. Sort of waving the entire group over in that direction, but appearing scared.
Theo.
Yeah.
And we'll yell, Theo wants us to go down another path, so come quick. I don't think the sharks can attack you guys now.
Siegfried, you want to test that theory?
And with that, I see that the two sharks are basically immobilized. I'm gonna run past them. Oh. Opportunity of attack.
I love rolling with disadvantage.
Very quick one.
Hey, you managed to hit me with it.
Dash.
It's gonna be a 14.
Negative.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just dashed and yeah, that's it. Try to catch up to the Riot.
Freaking Riot,
with my-
fucking druid, or fucking control water, fucking Uno card bullshit.
Bruh, so tilted.
It's not just Riot. If Riot didn't have that spell, Nia could take it too.
We're gonna play a campaign where it takes place in the water. Riot says no. Anything else in your turn?
Riot hates water. Riot overcame his fear to be able to control water. You know what? I think that's very suiting.
Yeah. If that would be the end of your turn, I'm gonna make a disadvantageous prone attack against Alexandria from the Shark of Yonder. And Alexandria and yeah, okay. So first that happens.
Golly.
So resolve that.
I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna say no, and he bites me either way.
Tap him on
What's
the
your
nose.
AC?
Bad.
Was that? Were you trying to roll an 8?
23. So anything plus 5.
You need a 5, yeah, 5 or better.
Right, so exhaustion takes hold as the bike takes hold. Also, the Psychic Maelstrom's still going around as you... that's going to happen at the start of your turn, actually. Okay.
No exhaustion for Alexandria, yay!
So start off your turn, Nia, at DC 17 Wisdom Saving Throw. From the Psychic Maelstrom sort of surrounding the sharks. As Rudis' influence infects them, you... a save. Nice.
Yeah. Alexandria, don't leave me!
Nice. The Psychic Maelstrom grow quieter and more choked as the poor creature begins to suffocate.
Cool.
Oh, it's like, screw you. Get rid of your...
Nia will follow suit in not wanting to have to go past both sharks. We'll go this way. It's double to go through their range, right?
You're climbing over their bodies.
Yeah.
They're on the ground.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That was 45.
I love rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah.
23 hit?
20... Wow.
You're still
You're
hitting
dead.
people.
Nah, uses her reaction, or actually, when her reaction fix it, that would not help her. So, yay, charisma. Let's go, charisma. I'm not in Alexandria's range anymore. Let's go. Ah!
You still have a 5 plus 5 charisma. That's not bad.
It's okay.
Gosh.
Oh.
Take it. Take it.
Okay, that was she took action dash.
Fair enough.
Yeah, saying that Nia was just bitten, come over the shark, bash him with my shield once more because insulting him. And and catch up with her. See.
You observe a curious phenomenon as you climb over the shark, who's distracted with having tasted a little bit of Nia's blood. You notice a phenomenon where, as it bites, as it fights, and as it feeds off the essence of Brutus, the wounds you've inflicted upon it heal up, slowly healing over time, regenerating.
That's it for me. No, but I dash.
No, suffocation is different. Okay. I was like, what's
They
the
can
point
still
of...
die from suffocation.
Yeah.
I don't know any shark that can last 10 minutes with suffocating.
These are not just any sharks. Alrighty then, Julian, you are between a rock and a hard place there. I love rolling with disadvantage. Against Julian, I have 24.
24.
I will cast shield. Doesn't hit.
Thanks. Sounds good. That is that. At the beginning of your turn, you roll against Psychic Maelstrom, but other than that, I'm just regenerating health over here.
So only Julian, I think, needs to do that.
It's whoever starts within 50 feet of the sharks at the beginning of your turn.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
It's 14 damage.
14 psychic damage, unless you're somehow resistant to that. But other than that, it is your turn.
I am. Alright, I'm gonna bonus action to dash, just alley-oop over the shark. Use my action to dash as well. Before getting here.
Shark goes bitey bite.
How long does your spell last, Riot?
10 minutes.
Cool. I'll go ahead and fucking put us out of combat, I guess.
So Alexander and I can make our way around to the legions.
I'm dead.
And Naya calls the drift globe back. And puts it
Siegfried,
back
do you
in the
wanna-
back- and put it,
Yeah.
and puts it in the back of holding.
That's funny.
I guess it
Siegfried,
is.
do you want to
Yeah.
take this mode of light? This fragment?
Sure, why not? I'll, seeing as, I believe everyone else has, their own fragment, I shall, let me snatch this real quick.
This is so hard to be intimidating in D&D. Like, Curse of Strahd, there's no way to fear player. Giant moon with eyes. Fucking...
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I'm watching the moon.
It's watching you back,
Does it
honestly.
do anything? Yeah.
It's floating, and its many eyes are watching you. As you take...
As Siegfried goes for the moat, Riot goes for the key.
There you go.
Cool. The key, easily.
What?
There's a key. There's a statue in front of you of like a Lixian. In the chest, there's a key. You grab the key. No trap triggers. Nothing. You wait for it. For once, your spontaneous action does not trigger anything. While Sir Siegfried, you receive the fragment of abhorrence.
What?
Words.
That sounds abhorrent.
The fragment of abhorrence gives you the following benefits, which you are aware of both while you... Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack rule, you can force the target to move up to 10 feet from you, as if running away in fear, in a direction of your choice. A creature who cannot be frightened is immune to this effect. However, drawback is if you start your turn frightened, you take 2d6 psych damage. Please remember that's something you have.
It's pretty cool.
Siegfried, I feel like you need to take this fragment with you. Just look, just read the benefit and the drawback, but you can't be frightened.
Can't be frightened. Okay. Oh, so you want me to hold like both?
If we get another one, probably, because then this fragment will counteract the drawbacks of the fragment you have. You just have to be within 10 feet of somebody at all times, which you normally are.
Usually I'm. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Okay.
you might get you probably will be getting this one if we find another fragment somewhere.
Okay.
Tom, as Pio is rushing by, I wanna use my action to locate object, try to find the spear of Ayo.
Ruiner Spear.
Northwest on a 45 degree, and it's not moving. They're either short resting at a location or exploring one location, but you don't sense like the spear is in movement. Like even if they were traveling, you'd be able to sense a slight deviation over time. It's like resting on the ground somewhere. Northwest.
Siegfried, you look like you need to be in a room alone for some time.
Oh, my bad. I was looking at my trying to organize my thing. Time to think.
Be alone with your thing.
Thank you, Theo.
Yeah.
Are there any more?
Now comes the hard part. Neat trick, by the way.
Oh.
No. Follow me.
You say that you want us
Mhm.
to free Alixian. Do you have any clue on how to do it?
These little pieces of him are like keys to his heart of darkness. Come, I'll show you. And he points toward a rudium encrusted section of the wall, which reveals to be a door. This here is the heart of truth. He draws your attention to the northernmost sort of secret doors, then passes through and waits for you on the other side. You see thermal vents in the floor heat and illuminate this, for you right, 30-foot high oblong cavern.
Thank you.
The rudium-veined walls expand and contract. Expand and contract. In regular pulses, like a beating heart. A rudium archway in the far wall leads to like an even darker chamber.
He said this is his heart.
Not
What
his
is it?
heart, but the heart of truth. I'll show you. It's... how do I explain? Alexian's suffering has made him callous, selfish. I know he can be reminded of his goodness. A human-sounding howl echoes throughout the grotto you're standing in. Darkness engulfs the cavern, swallowing you in an inky embrace, flooding your minds with visions of Ankarel, of Wildmount, of a godlike wrath that ravages the world until only corpses and smoking ruin remains. It's an awful, awful vision. But then the vision abates, and you are back where you started. Theo goes, "That is what awaits you in the heart of despair." Well, kind of.
And you think that we can bring him back, you say, to what he used to be?
I can only hope. Come. And he begins to sort of hover slowly, like the apparition he is, toward the archway here.
Jumping.
Those of you with dark sight, able to peer into the void beyond, you see the pit is devoid of thermal vents, and the water here instantly becomes cold past the threshold of this gate. Cold, dark. A few tendrils of rudium cling to the walls around the archway, but within the darkness you see a small, pale white light hovering 6 feet above the ground in a crevice to the north.
Another fragment.
Oh. Right, that's yours.
I don't see any. Oh, up there. I'll go over to it. Right, we'll swim on over. And close his eyes and say, "Alexian, you wish to understand." And we'll reach out his hand.
As you touch the moat, you begin to feel it absorb into you. You receive its benefits. This here is the fragment of melancholy. With the following benefit and drawback that you know and are aware of, for you to use or share with your allies. When you fail a wisdom or charisma saving throw, you can re-roll it with advantage, potentially turning a failure into a success. After you use this benefit, you must finish a long rest before you can use it again. However, if you use a fragment's benefit and it doesn't turn a failed saving throw into a success, you are incapacitated until the end of your next turn, overcome with despair.
Riot will go to Siegfried and say, "Take my hand," and will offer the fragment of attachment into his body.
So I give it to you?
No, Riot's giving it to you.
Oh, to me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you would accept it, you must be willing.
Must be willing.
Hey, I open up my hand and reach out.
Then you would see one light glowing from Riot's chest go from his chest to his shoulder, down his arm, through his hand into your hand, and then into your body.
Theo, how many of these fragments are there?
I do not know for sure. I only found a few scattered throughout this ever-reaching place. He goes to remember more details, but then shrieks as his eyes go wide, and you realize you're not alone in the chamber. Something decamouflages from the walls. And as it manifests, and as it manifests, you get a sense of that sort of he was talking about earlier, the manifestation of Elixion's emotions festering here. As it takes shape, we are going to call it session here.
Oh god.
On this cliffhanger.
Is that?
Looks like a legendary Pokemon or something.
Bro, Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it out of your system. Go for it. Joke about.
Oh god.
Does it have legs?
Tom, I only want you to remember who made jokes about it, okay? I didn't.
Looks like
I will remember.
It looks like an undead version of the aboleth.
Kind of, but it has way more eyes. It kind of
Does it have?
looks kind of like birds.
It has.
Look at its open chest.
Has 4 legs, an open chest, clawed legs, a tail,
man.
wings, fins, an aberrant dragon of the deep, a crystal bleed dragon.
Sorry guys, my trick won't work here.
Dragon.
Maybe we can polymorph it.
Let's try talking to it.
Not spell anymore.
It looks
friends.
talkative, yeah.
It
We're not here
looks,
to fight.
yeah. What you do with it, we will decide next session. I'm just getting worn down here. I just want to end on a high note.
I feel like my fragment would be super useful for Julian.
Maybe. You want trade?
It basically when you take damage, you get to go invisible and teleport.
Basically, it's a second dimension door that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And well, so granted for Nia, and since Nia has such high wisdom, the drawback's not too bad. It's just Nia is, though she does take damage, she's just generally not on the front lines.
Somebody can jump up behind you, like
True.
currently the one that Julian has. Like if he goes down and I use Wither and Bloom on him, he gets an extra hit dice to roll, I believe.
I'm already hard enough to hit. I think I would drive Tom crazy if I could also teleport and turn invisible every time he got a hit. And also, like I said, I'm already hard enough to hit, so I think it's better for somebody who's less defensive to have that fragment to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have used that when you were running away from the sharks, but I guess it's okay.
That's
Because
true.
you did get hit, right?
Yeah.
I was actually debating using Dimensional Door, but since I knew all we had to do was move past them, I'm like, it's one attack. Like, I'm not going to use Dimensional Door. But before Riot used Control Water, I was like, oh, I'm going to use Dimensional Door and take somebody with me. Probably Alexandria, because we want to stay with Alexandria. Her +4 is awesome.
Give me magical secret, and you will never wanna be afar from me. I'm gonna
Also,
take
Alexandria,
this.
did you unattune to the ring?
Yes.
Okay.
How many spots left? You said you had what? Both you have both of the swords and the
I
jewelry
have
now.
the swords.
And the helm.
The sword doesn't need attunement.
No?
The helm does. So.
It
I have
doesn't?
one of the swords now. So I have the blood sword, the helm, and the jewel.
Oh,
Okay.
So
That's
to get the ring, you'd have to let one go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious of the spear I just got.
Well, I was gonna say
Elixion.
we have time, but we don't have time because we're at an encounter.
Yeah, but it's an Elixion spear. Like it must be kind of nice.
oh yeah. Theo was saying we shouldn't have taken that, and I completely forgot about it when he started leading us away. Completely forgot.
Yeah.
An apparition
Taking the
appears
time
before you
for
guys.
five.
Anyway,
We're like,
what's
"No,
this
let's
corpse in the
go."
corner? God, I love this party sometimes.
Sometimes we move at a snail's pace, and other times we're just like, nah, let's go. Now. Fuck the consequences.
I mean,
And then other times we move. Then other times we spend 20 minutes deciding about
daggers.
the color purple.
Those sharks are hard. I mean, they took like 40 damage in 2 rounds. Whoa.
Now
Even
they're
with
totally
disadvantage,
suffocated.
Tom
When
was dealing
it
damage.
hit me, I took 35 damage plus exhaustion damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Corruption
Like
damage.
they did like 100 in the short time we were with them.
They were tough. I thought they were the same sharks that we faced in Camarao, and I was like, oh, these things aren't even really that tough. I wonder why we shouldn't really. And I
It
was
took
wondering,
3
like, what's so
rounds for us
scary
to
about
kill it
fighting them?
last time.
And then I see the 35 chomp damage. I'm like, yeah, let's not deal with that.
Plus when it's not just like, oh, damage. It's like, nah, here, take exhaustion too. I'm like, god damn, I just got rid of that.
Oh yeah, you are half speed now, right?
No,
Yeah?
I just
I
have
thought you
disadvantage
had.
on skill because I got
Right
rid
is
of.
going
I
to
only
be.
had 1 level, and I got rid of it. But so now I'm back down. So now I'm back at 1.
Okay.
And I think Riot, you're also at 1.
I'm at 1 again, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like
Alexandria,
Theo.
did you take exhaustion during that, or just the damage?
Just
Both.
damage.
Yeah. So basically, the 3 of us are all exhausted once more. Yay!
You guys just can't get away from it. Meanwhile, me and Siegfried, we're so fine.
Yeah, I'm just freaking
We
chilling.
guys,
bro.
Level 1 exhaustion is just disadvantage on ability check, so it's not too bad.
guys, we just woke up like half an hour ago. What do you mean you're tired?
You try having a piece chomped out of you and see how you feel, my man.
Rye use control water and pushes Julie into the creature.
You take a chomp.
Clearly, we should have brought some like underwater coffee with us.
It would be watered down completely.
Just like that wine you try to have at the bar, underwater bar.
That'd be such a cool homebrew potion, like some kind of coffee that like temporarily removes the effects of exhaustion.
Well, we had herbs that did that.
We did, yeah.
Yo, so question for these fragments, are they? Do I freaking slap them onto the features and traits on the character sheet?
I done your features and traces.
How
Where
are,
I kept mine.
We pasted and put it in my features.
how are you, Mark, gonna remember that you have something?
I just wrote it down on my notes, but because I wasn't sure, but I had it in my inventory, but I saw
Whichever way helps you remember that you have it, because it's yours to use. If you don't use it, I don't care. It's just that I care about the drawbacks, because those happen during some conditions, and they do matter. Right?
Yeah, like my charisma and wisdom saving throws were at disadvantage a lot because I was away from people.
Yeah, I was wondering, is there a way to set it that only like one of those is at disadvantage? Right now I just have like this, on my global, I just have this random thing that says disadvantage wisdom to try to remind, so that's in the same proximity to remind myself.
You can make a macro for yourself. You can make a macro on yourself, like whenever you click on your own token, there's a little hotbar that shows up with all the macros that you made for that character. And one of them can be like wisdom saving throws. And in the code of that macro, you can make it a disadvantage because of
So do I get my not nerdy boyfriend to come and make a macro for me? Because I have no idea how to do that.
No, I can just do that for you.
I just like that Siegfried now has one fragment that if he stays within 10 feet of somebody kind of nullifies the drawback of a second fragment.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And and if that doesn't work, you can always just add it to your features and trace and just remember what's on your sheet. I mean, if we're playing at a table and all you have is paper and pen, then you just remember what's on your...
But I was wondering if there were, so I was figuring there'd be a map.
Now without me changing...
I do have things listed on my sheet that will help me, but I was wondering if there was even something better.
Not without me changing the code of your character sheets individually, which is a pain. I'm not gonna do that.
Most of the time when I'm playing this game, I'm just staring at my character sheet the entire time, and then I'll like look back at the map if something new is mentioned. I can imagine playing at a table. I'm just holding this piece of paper, like 5 different pieces of paper, and it's the entire time. Occasionally look up, like, what are we doing?
Pain.
No, I think both. I've done both, and like, there's definitely some advantages to the digital, but at the table is really fun too.
Well, have a good night, guys.
Okay, Will.
I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I guess I will be replying to Ivan there about the Luxon.
Reminds me, I'm also not going to be available next week. So
we don't have session next week. We're doing either a one shot or we're skipping it.
Okay, yeah, sounds great. I was wondering if we were gonna just do it without Nia, and I was about to say like I also can't show up. But yeah. Alright, good night, guys.
Good night,
everybody. Thank you, Tom.
Take care.
Tom, the start of the session, that music you picked for the vision, it was a banger. I loved it. Oh my god, it was so good.
appreciate that.
That's my the star thing. Give yourself inspiration.
If only I could use it. I love rolling with disadvantage. It's like that SpongeBob meme. I fucking love rolling with disadvantage.
I got one of my players gave me inspiration. Can I transfer it to this campaign?
I mean, it can be a rule. Why not?
That's hero points. That's literally in a DMG. It's like you earn hero points and you can use them across universes. Like, I don't know, it's really dumb. Anyways.
The one that changed the story, however you want.
Yeah, but those can carry forward. If you're playing like Adventurers League, they can carry across different adventures. If you're playing the same character in different adventures.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. It's silly.
Oh my god, I'm just remembering Division with that angel fighting the demons, and the music was going so hard at the same time. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I figured you guys need a little bit of context. This module is written doesn't a little bit of an awful job of like, who the fuck is Perigee? Who are Lixian's comrades? You sort of only see glimpses of that, and if you don't have like players with a very rich imagination, then they're gonna be like, an angel person showed up, then we kicked her ass and she disappeared. And it's like, well, she was important to Lixian. There's a reason she's here. Let's have a little vision quest. This entire fucking this entire quest can be like a vision quest.
I thought she was like blind or something based on her art, and then she used that healing skill that should have cured her own blindness if she was. And I was like, okay. Never mind.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, that's meta, right? Because like you can have like curses that blind you, but they're not cured by normal conditions. Like they're only cured by a curse. But aside from the meta, it's also like you could say that she is blinded, just not like in the sight way, in the more like spent 800, 900 years down here searching for her comrade and corrupted by iridium, so she was lost, blinded, right? And you've sort of like showed her that like, wow, he was not forgotten, and you know, I can regain my strength and let these adventures carry forth and succeed where I failed, perhaps because she tried
Return to the celestial plane. We'll carry the torch.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe she'll be back. Honestly, I don't feel like bringing her back. There are ideas on Reddit of being like, yeah, bring Perigi back for the final battle. I'm like,
what?
Well, bring her back. And I'm like, why? And also, like, the party can handle it. It's their adventure. It's not Perigi's adventure. They freed her from the Netherdeep. That's all that needs to happen. They don't need an angel companion to help them with every fucking boss fight, you know?
I thought you meant against us. I was like, why would she come?
No, like no, you cleansed her, so like she'll come back later as an ally. And I'm like, a Deva ally will just do the quest for you. Like, you don't need the adventures if I'm gonna just bring angels into this mess. The whole thing that Elixir is forgotten, I would say, for you guys who cared enough to heed his call, and the other group who wants to kill him because they have personal reasons, believing that he should be put down.
I mean, what she saw, she put like in. He put on the Heart of True looks dark.
Like, yeah, that's like Alexion's rage made manifest. You saw like a vision of nowadays Exandria, Marquette, and stuff just being absolutely ravaged, destroyed by this dark cloud or some shit. It's an awful vision. And it's like this is what Alexion is now. Lest you change it, this is what he is. And this is what might get unleashed upon the world. If this is why Ao and the other party is so adamant on stopping you guys, because that's what they saw, right?
Yeah. But we found hope, so there is a chance. I like Theo, like the representation at least.
He's supposed to be like young Elixir, but not like these are all different parts of Elixir. Even the Rudium statue, which nobody, by the way, questioned. Bless this party. Nobody asks any questions. Even the Rudium statue is that's just chilling there for now, which was the whole reason why Theo was like, you should not have done that. Maybe you should stop just touching things. It's fine.
He didn't say like this is Elixir, the hunter. He came here to kill you, something like that.
Like, this is Elixir, the hunter, but he won't harm you while I'm with you.
Okay.
For as long as that lasts, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice deal.
By the way, Yvonne, did you figure out what the anagram for his name is?
That's your name now, Yvonne.
Theo Apotheon.
But there's an O missing, I believe, for Apotheon.
Or the Apotheon.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Oh, the Apotheon.
The Apotheon, yeah.
If you remove the O from Theo, yeah, it works.
The Apotheon.
I think that's just the sole reason why they changed his name, to give players a little like, yeah, if you scrabble his name, he's like, oh, he's the Apotheon, haha. Because young kids play this game, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I like it how he's like, are you Elixian? We're all Elixian in here. I don't know. I like some bullshit like that. He's supposed to be like Alexian's innocence. Yeah, he's like his innocence and just wants to help, and he's kind-hearted and lost and all that. You can ask him questions. You can just ask him like, whatever.
The innocence and the rage in the statue.
Yeah.
The last point of sanity of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we flew. I wanted to inspect more the moon. Looks curious.
Somebody asked why these fragments are here, and Theo would have provided an answer. I'm not sure if I did, but Theo would have provided an answer, and this is something we can touch base on again next session. These are the key to Elixir's dark heart, which is a figurative way of saying that to find Elixir, where he truly is, where he truly lies in the state that he is now, these fragments will allow you access to that point. You just have to dive deeper into the Netherdeep. And I have a feeling some of you already know how deep you must go.
Yeah.
Almost as if we've passed a fucking cliff abyss. Yeah.
Pitch black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
without the fragments, we couldn't get in.
They're keys, yes. Each creature needs one. At least one.
Interesting.
It's a little bit mad at me giving you guys this, but honestly, it's the push you guys need, because I don't want to be too coy to the point where guys like spend hours circling this dungeon with no aim. It's what I asked you guys. Yeah.
I had a feeling they were important, but I wasn't sure why. I was wondering, like, do we have to collect all of them? How many of them are there?
You don't have to collect all of them. I'll give you like that straight up. It will be impossible for you guys to collect all of them, because you don't know how many there are, and because some of them are already collected, not by you guys. So I would say just aim to explore until you no longer have questions that can be answered here, and then whenever you're ready, move on. But in terms of rests, and this is something important I'm going to, again, touch base with next session. This was your last long rest in the Netherdeep. When you guys woke up, I described the whole place looking gray and stagnant and just no longer that welcoming flower fragrance and shit. Like the darkness is consuming the place slowly and all that. However you want to imagine that. That's it. You won't be able to long rest in the Netherdeep without me ruling some encounter or another. If you... Okay. Yeah, this is go time, essentially. Because otherwise it's just... Alexian is not patient at this point. This is like Alexian being like pushing everybody forward. And Will might have an opinion of like, pushing players is not good, be it via rivals or plot. I disagree. Because this is Alexian we're talking about, and he's been here for eons, and you're so close to finding him, he's not gonna let you like dilly dally.
He's desperate.
He's shown you what he wanted to show you, now it's time to meet him, sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Well, give me my level 12, Tom. I want my magical secrets.
My throat's been sore, so good night. I'm gonna go get some chicken soup. See you guys.
See you.
Nice.
What do you mean level 12? You just leveled up. You just
I'm
level up a few sessions.
Well, I'm not joking. I want my magical secret, but the thing about Will is like playstyle, I guess. Like he seems to like more not the difficult part, I reckon. The time constraint, I dig it. I like it. It moves the story. But that's me.
It's also from my side, he's like, I just can't dilly-dally for too long, I don't want to rail anybody and push them down the rails, but at the same time, I don't want to spend half an hour talking about daggers.
Right, it was driving me crazy, that part.
So moments like that, I want to sort of put a lid on those and experience more of a story, and more of a story just lies ahead. And to get ahead, sometimes I need to apply a little push of direction. Because as you guys are already seeing, you guys are going around in circles. You're encountering chambers you already encountered, right? And all of that. Take that to mean, like, because you've always been directed by Lixian, they've always been following Jewel, right? And now you're in his domain. If he wanted to show you more, he will show you more. But now, he's just leading you around circles, trying to circle you back toward him, right?
Yeah.
With Theo being perhaps one of the last trinkles of, Alexian being like, yes, okay, fine, you're looking for fragments. Here's a little essence of me to show you the fragments. That's like sort of what is happening a little bit. And the dragon thing is like, it's a little bit of my home brewery, because like, I really like that monster. You don't have to fight it, you can just run away from it. But the alternative was Chules, which I did for, I think you were there for it. Yeah, the water dungeon in Curse of Strahd. Remember the lobster boys underwater in the underwater temple in Curse of Strahd?
Yeah.
There were like
they're low.
3 or 6 of them that you just encounter in this chamber. They just randomly uncamouflage themselves from the sands and attack the players. And I'm like, not again. That was the most boring combat I've ever done. Just grapple over and over again. It's awful.
Yeah, they were not a menace. If we were not breathing, it will be different.
They're like the spider encounter in Out of Abyss. It's kind of like, let's just fucking pass. I just one big monster for them to either fight if they want to, or run away from. I even I regret introducing it. I guess I just wanted to end the session on a highlight, but low key, should have just skipped it. Grab the moat. There's something else waiting for you. You know, like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see next session. We'll see how I feel like.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna retcon. Anyways,
Julian was thinking on something. I think it was like a good idea. Trying to buy some favor with the rivals, giving them the jewel. So I don't know if he told you anything about it.
what would that achieve? Why did they need a jewel at this point? They need a jewel at session 10. It's session 68.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. I don't know the meaning of it full, but
I'm all for you guys trying to parlay with them, and I even told you what that would require, because even if you don't realize it, your characters are smart enough to figure something out, so I can just tell you. How to make the rival party not outright hostile towards you is to work with them toward their own goal. Which is already hard because you guys are working with two different factions, but okay, this is beyond the factions at the point. This is about Elixion. He's a bigger thing. Do you even remember what the faction mission was?
Yeah. Calm the alien entity so they can mine Meridium.
Are you guys on it?
Right. No, I don't think anyone remembers it.
Exactly. My point exactly. Neither you nor the rival remember their respective missions from their factions, because the factions are such a narrow-minded people compared to what is going on here in Netherdeep. There's such a bigger picture. This is like the doom of the world about to happen or some shit, you know? What's about to be released or whatever. So the rivals are focused on that. And they have their own mission. If you want to help them with their mission, you can. Why would they need the jewel? The jewel is a very powerful artifact, which even you guys are not using, let alone them. I mean, they'll take it, but are you just gonna buy them off? Like, here's the jewel, and go and find your own ventures elsewhere, leave the Netherdeep, we'll handle it. That will not be enough to just give them the jewel. You'll have to convince them, what are you gonna do? Are you going to release Elixion? If so,
Julian, what he wanted was doing an exchange, but I feel like the exchange is not.
I don't think Lorien realizes why they're here. I don't think he realizes that you can't just buy them off and tell them, oh yeah, trust us. We, selfish, borderline criminals that you've absorbed in this adventure, trust us to handle Elixion. You'll need to make a persuasion check with a good argument to convince them to entrust this in your hands and let the blame of whatever happens fall onto you, right? But more likely to happen is that they'll just be like, no, why should we sit on the sidelines, be second fiddle, when we're equal heroes, if not better than you guys, in their opinion, right? We don't need the jewel. We need you to go, like we told you. Go away, let us handle this. We will put Elixion down and we'll save the world and let's be the heroes that we are. And you can go find some other city to sabotage, you know? Because that's their opinion of the party at this point. Because that's how they view them. They're chaotic, a bunch that don't fully comprehend the picture and believe what they believe, you know? Conflicting beliefs about Elixion. Because think about it. Does not occur to you how strange it is? And this is yours to judge. I'm not telling you how it actually is. This is just one option. Fiends. You're a paladin. Fiends are very persuasive creatures, very charismatic creatures, very tricky creatures. Fays, too. They're very manipulative. Can this Elixion be some dark entity, pretend to be all these great things, send you on this vision quest and all that? This entity that nearly nobody has heard about, right, is trying to get released. Is that not suspicious? It is to Aeor and her rivals. That's where they stand. So they need to be persuaded that that's not the case. Because in their eyes, they're putting down an evil thing that the gods try to put down through the calamity. Even if it's Grumsh, just because he's an evil deity doesn't mean that he means, you know, That he doesn't have his own goals that make sense, right?
Yes, I mean everything here is corrupted.
And killing you actively.
It could be, it could be Radium. I don't know. The moon itself, what is here.
Right. And there'll be answers perhaps in the future, once you get the opportunity to ask the right questions to the right person, even talk to Elixion himself perhaps. But find him first of all. Second of all, you have to realize that everything that assails you here in the Netherdeep, this is Elixion's domain. And he means you harm. Everything that attacks you is Elixion's doing. Everything that is hindering you is Elixion's doing. As well, right? Because he's a conflicted, twisted being of many vile thoughts, motivations, at this point. Perhaps it's because he was in prison for so long, perhaps it's for other reasons, but he's malicious. And that's the wonderful thing about this campaign, is that it gives you the party the ultimate choice to make their own assessment of who Elixion is. Who is this guy, and does he deserve freedom? Right? Because it could have been flipped. It could have been a party where that thinks that, Elixion deserves to die, and then the rivals would have been like, no, he deserves to live. And the tables would have been flipped. They have to be flipped, because otherwise they wouldn't be rivals. But you get the image.
Yeah.
There's no absolute truth. It's whatever you make it.
That's the other thing. I don't feel like the guys understand what is a rival. Like, I think they hear rival and they hear enemy. Which could be, but...
I mean, right now it's just sport. They don't mean to kill you guys. Yeah. And, Will was like, oh, well, they ambushed us and almost killed us. No. They closed the way, told you to turn back and go back to the safety of, whatever, Kalmaro and Ankarel, and let them handle it. You guys decided to stay. You guys decided to get assailed by Netherdeep. In a way, they warned you guys against this. You have nothing here to find but your own death. Don't follow us. Seals the way, go back out of the portal. Report back to your faction what you found, right? And that way you don't have to suffer consequences. You stay? Well, lethal creatures are going to attack you, but that's not the rivals, right? They would have attacked you anyways.
Yeah.
If anything, the rivals waited for you guys because they have scrying, and they knew you were coming. They waited for you guys to give you a warning and then sealed away. They could have not waited. You entered the Netherdeep and then got attacked anyways by the creatures there. And then would have been lost in the Netherdeep to explore it by your own pace. Instead, they gave you the benefit of a warning. That doesn't mean they want to kill you guys. They have enough professional respect between, bounty hunters or whatever you guys name yourselves to tell you that, we don't want to kill you guys, but you're giving us no choice. If you're going to pursue us and try and free Elixion, then you're going to actively go against what we're trying to do. And I keep, doing this. I keep, defending them. And I don't understand why it's hard to understand why, even if you buy them a drink at session 10, you spend a good tavern conversation with them, that doesn't make them your friends, right? A friend is somebody you help with for something personal. Like if somebody helped Maggie write her book of poetry or seek the arts in Ankarel. If they sought out the rivals in Ankarel and spent time with them, sought them out, maybe an alliance could have been formed, an understanding could have been formed. But as it stands now, a lot of friction and a lot of mostly negative interactions.
Yeah, I understand why they don't care for the party. I wasn't there for most of it. But
and it doesn't help that the people who were most hostile toward the rivals are no longer here with us. That was Nick, that was Anthony, right? Elaine to some part. They, for some reason, Melina initially had a good stance with them, and then Nick changed characters and took a hostile stance. And from there, it just went down hard,
Yeah, I saw the video where he was killing Ayo.
Yep.
We get retreat, and he was like, no one is running away.
Mind you, Ayo opened fire. I don't remember if she did it so first. I'm pretty sure she gave Julian a warning shot first, being like, give us the dagger you stole from us. And when he said no, that's when they attacked and kept attacking. And all they wanted was the dagger. That's all they wanted. Just wanted their own property back. They didn't seek out the party to kill them. They just wanted their own property back. They would have got it, and I would have had them escape. Right?
No. I mean, when Ayo was saying like retreat, Nick said like, "Oh, you are not going anywhere." He shoot with sharpshooter.
Yeah, which is an action that is it's Nick's character, but it's also like that's a reflection on the party as a whole. Face Fortune wants us dead. You know, Face Fortune is bubbling up our Dermot, our cleric, who keeps our friends alive. Dermot cannot cast his healing spells. They're actively killing us. How can there be trust?
That part was really funny when they put Dermot in the bubble. I laugh a lot when I saw the video.
Yep.
But yeah, I understand the worries.
My main concern was to whether or not to keep them in the campaign or not. I find that they're very important to campaign. They make this campaign very unique. It's kind of like, can you play Rime of the Frostbane without, Icewind Dale? No. Can you play Call of the Netherdeep without the rivals? Sorta, but it's fucking boring. It's not boring, but
I say on the text, like they create like a nice environment. I like it. It sounds, but I didn't see much of them. And as I told you, like I saw them on the tournament, and me personally, I'm excited of fighting them, not killing them. Just like
that's probably what it's gonna come down to, a little bout. And that might be fun. I hope it'll be fun. Well, I hope there will be no like hard feelings or anything. You're forcing us to fight them. I'm not. This is a combination of everybody's choices. And sometimes fighting is easier than diplomacy. Especially when you're at blows when it comes to what you agree on. And that's part of an adventure. That's why they're there. Really, the rivals, the biggest questions they answer is why us? As in, like, why this party? Why Sir Siegfried? Why Alexandria? Why Riot? Why were they picked for this quest? And because you see the rivals also on this quest, the answer is you're not special. You chose to heed the call. That's why because you accepted the call. You could have not. And others, like the rivals, would have probably went ahead and accepted the call on your behalf. But because you said yes and they happen to say yes as well, you're both on this quest. There's no real reason why it's you specifically, other than the choices that you make. And that's the big part of this adventure is the adventure is what you make it. The elixir is what you make of it. The ending of this adventure is what you make of it. The decisions that you make.
I like the model. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Unique. And the water spells are strong. Riot must be having a blast with that control water.
It is strong. Technically, it only operates within freestanding water, meaning that in an enclosed chamber it won't work. But honestly, you know why I allow that spell, even if certain DMs don't? Is because when Will uses it, it tells me that, hey Tom, I don't want to do this encounter. And that's fine. I'm not here to force you guys to fight fights you guys don't want to fight. We're here for fun. If some players, like me for example, when I do combat, I try and flavor each attack and make every combat different a little bit, and that's my way of expressing my character. That helps me. Other characters and players, they play differently. If you see combat as just ruling numbers and naming off abilities, and it's a waste of time, and you're just like I cast this one spell when we're not doing this encounter, then I'm not gonna push it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Does it feel good? No, but I mean, I'm not here to win, I'm here to tell a story, and that's what matters. I wish my only thing I would take any day. Skipping combat encounters, that's fine. I would take that. If for exchange we can give each of our players an opportunity to interact with things and take point. Because I find the person who triggers most things is Will, for example. He'll touch everything. Whatnot, he'll always take point on things. Would be nice if other people got a chance to, take the front seat Megan, for example, or whatever.
Yeah, I like Megan's ideas. I feel like she sometimes is not sure what to say or how to interact, but I like her answers.
Sure.
Mark is pretty cool when he narrates.
Mark, I met in person. We went for food in the city, and I met him in person, and he's a pretty cool guy. I would imagine at a table he'll be even more charismatic and talkative than he is now. I don't know why he's so quiet most of the time. I think he's just giving people room and space, and online it's not as engaging, I guess. But no, he can be good. I don't want combat and stuff to be just like, I cast Searing Smite, 26. It would be so much cooler if we roleplayed combat and flavored our abilities with a line or two, right? Because it will give life to what is the longest part of session, really. Combat. It takes the longest time.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Also, stop asking me, the DM, what to do during combat. That, I had to take a step back a little bit and cool down after being asked that for the 4th time this session. You know, does Theo tell us to go forward? What do you want to do on your turn for combat? Theo is not going to tell you what to do. Theo looks frightened. He's not even in the combat initiative. I immersed you guys. I gave you the what you see, a giant moon with eyes that should be cryptic and telling you maybe there's something wrong with Ruinous and stuff. There's sharks. What do you do? Theo is not going to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we investigate.
Right.
Not you.
Because otherwise, that's be putting guys on rails. Don't fight them. Come, follow me. Don't forget about them. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like, you want to fight them, fight them. You want to disable them? Great, that's your idea. You know? Theo can fight. He's just an apparition of a child. Totally not a malicious entity. That's just trying to trap you or lure you like a wisp. Will-o-wisp. I love how nobody questions anything. I'm like, I was reading Theo and I was like, I make him sound so suspicious sometimes. I'm like, yeah, no, just follow me. Don't ask him questions. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, come on, follow me. You see a giant moon with eyes and 2 sharks. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just don't make any noise. No, it's fine. Totally fine. It's fine. Just shh. And then like, I'll tell you something a little bit funny here. And so, pet peeve of mine as DM. If I don't ask you to roll, don't roll. Because maybe there's a reason why I'm not asking you to roll. You don't need to. But if you're gonna like assume shit and start ruling, then I'm gonna go with it. And if it sabotages you, that's your fault. That room did not call for a stealth check. That was just like, Will or I don't know, or whoever said like, oh, we need to rule stealth here. Assuming. I'm like, I didn't call for a stealth check. Just don't cast spells. Tell me how fast you're going. You were like, I'm going 10 feet per turn, whatever. That's fine. As long as you were moving at half speed, you would have not woken up the moon. Doesn't matter what your stealth is. And you can proceed on through without touching the moon, without casting spells, without moving too fast. That's the 3 conditions I listed. And then I think Will was like, oh yeah, let's roll stealth. And I was like, let's roll stealth because this group is good at stealth. We have 2 heavily armored people. Okay. And then I just made combat happen because it was like, well, because stealth has to matter,
Yeah.
If I don't call,
I know, like, we wait for the call.
Yeah, it's no need for it.
And especially because they mentioned it like many times, like, oh, let's roll stealth, and there was no answer for you.
No, because at that point I was tired.
Like
it wasn't the first time this happened, and I'm just like, it's very draining for me. So at this point, I'm just going with it. Like, okay, this is how they have fun. Maybe, I don't know. They want stealth. Here you go. Don't be surprised when your rolls suck, and I trigger combat then.
Yeah, fucking sharks.
And I don't know what Lorraine was about. They're the same sharks they encountered in Kalmaro. It's just that I don't know. I don't know. They're the same sharks. Nothing changed about them. They hit just as hard as back then. They're scary monsters.
Well, Tom, talk to you later.
Have a good evening, whatever time it is on your end. We'll talk later.
Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Take care.
See you.